The story of Atlantis, a name that evokes curiosity and wonder, takes us on an extraordinary journey to a world long forgotten. According to ancient texts and timeless legends, Atlantis was an advanced civilization, thriving thousands of years ago. This legendary land is often described as a utopia, a place of immense power, wisdom, and prosperity. The origins of the Atlantis narrative trace back to the writings of the philosopher Plato, who lived in ancient Greece. In his works Timaeus and Critias, Plato presents a detailed account of Atlantis, describing it as a magnificent island located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we now know as the Strait of Gibraltar. He speaks of its grand palaces, elaborate architecture, advanced technology, and a society that valued equality and wisdom. For example, the Atlanteans are said to have harnessed the power of crystals to generate energy and used advanced irrigation techniques to cultivate their land. Imagine a city where every structure glistened with gold, surrounded by lush gardens filled with exotic plants and animals. The people of Atlantis reportedly enjoyed an abundance of resources, drawing from the rich waters surrounding their island. They had a deep understanding of the world, exploring the skies and the seas, venturing beyond their territory to engage in trade and diplomacy. Their seafaring vessels were a marvel, capable of navigating the open ocean with remarkable skill. However, as the story goes, this powerful civilization became consumed by pride and greed. The Atlanteans sought to expand their territory and influence, leading to conflicts with neighboring cultures. Plato describes how the gods grew displeased with Atlantis, viewing the once virtuous society as corrupt and greedy. As a result, a cataclysmic event brought about their demise. The earth shook, the sea boiled, and in a single day and night, Atlantis was said to have sunk beneath the ocean waves, lost forever to time. The idea of a lost empire captivates the imagination, giving rise to countless theories and explorations over the centuries. Some believe that the story of Atlantis is purely allegorical, a moral tale crafted by Plato to illustrate the dangers of hubris and the fallibility of human nature. Others propose that there may be a historical basis for the legend, suggesting that it could be inspired by real ancient civilizations that flourished and fell, such as the Minoans or the Mycenaeans. Over time, explorers, archaeologists, and researchers have embarked on quests to find the fabled Atlantis. Theories abound regarding its possible locations, with suggestions ranging from the Mediterranean to the Caribbean. Various underwater expeditions have sought remnants of advanced technologies and city structures submerged beneath the waves, yet no definitive proof has ever emerged. The search for Atlantis invites speculation, drawing adventurers and scholars alike into a labyrinth of mystery and the allure of discovery. Many cultures across the globe have their own versions of the Atlantis saga, each adding to the mystique of this long-lost civilization. In South America, for instance, the Incan myths speak of a legendary place known as Paititi, thought to be a hidden city of gold nestled in the Andes. Similar stories exist in other regions, echoing the idea that there are long-lost empires hidden just out of reach of our everyday lives. An intriguing aspect of the Atlantis narrative is its themes of cyclical rise and fall. Across history, we have seen civilizations blossom with innovation and culture, only to succumb to inner turmoil and outer challenges. This ebb and flow is not unique to Atlantis. It mirrors the trajectory of human civilization itself, reminding us of the lessons learned from the past. It underscores the importance of balance, humility, and sustainability in the pursuit of progress. The allure of Atlantis also extends to literature, art, and popular culture. Countless books, films, and documentaries explore its mysteries, showcasing imaginative retellings of the story. The notion of a bright and advanced civilization lost beneath the ocean has inspired countless works, engaging audiences with a tantalizing mix of adventure and discovery. From animated films to epic fantasy novels, the spirit of Atlantis endures, resonating with our desire to uncover the secrets of our own existence. As we ponder the legend of Atlantis, we can appreciate the ways the story has captured our fascination for centuries. It serves as a reminder of our journey through history, the complexities of civilization, and the timeless quest for knowledge. The deep ocean may hold secrets untold, and as we look to the horizon, we are left to wonder what truths may lie beneath the waves. The legend of Atlantis lives on, inviting each generation to dream of what could have been and what can still be discovered in our own world. Gobekli Tepe is an archaeological wonder located in southeastern Turkey, a site that has captivated researchers and historians alike. Often referred to as the world's oldest temple, it dates back to around 9600 BCE, long before the advent of written language or the development of cities. Its existence challenges traditional narratives of human history and the development of civilization. At first glance, the site may appear unassuming, a series of circular stone structures adorned with intricately carved pillars. But each stone is a testament to the skill and ingenuity of our ancient ancestors. These megaliths, some weighing up to 20 tons, showcase elaborate carvings of animals such as foxes, snakes, and birds, symbolizing a complex belief system. Why did people who were primarily hunter-gatherers invest so much time and effort in constructing these monumental structures? The layout of Gobekli Tepe raises even more questions. The site consists of multiple enclosures, each featuring T-shaped pillars arranged in circles. The size and scale of these arrangements are impressive, suggesting a level of planning and social organization that was previously thought to have only emerged with settled agricultural societies. This challenges the very idea that organized religion and monumental architecture could only arise in advanced, urban communities. Instead, Gobekli Tepe suggests that the roots of social complexity may stretch back to a time when humans were still living a nomadic lifestyle. Archaeologists believe that Gobekli Tepe served as a ceremonial site where hunter-gatherers from surrounding areas would gather for rituals and social events. This idea is further supported by the absence of evidence for permanent residential structures at the site. It appears that Gobekli Tepe was a focal point for communal gatherings, a place where storytelling, feasting, and worship took place. The scale and richness of the carvings indicate that these rituals were highly significant and culturally important to the people of that era. Furthermore, the construction of Gobekli Tepe would have required collaboration and cooperation among different groups, pointing to the development of complex social networks long before the effects of agriculture could be felt. This notion leads us to question how shared beliefs can unify communities, and how that unity leads to monumental achievements. One enigmatic aspect of Gobekli Tepe is its eventual burial. Around 8000 BCE, the site was deliberately backfilled with soil, effectively hiding these grand structures for millennia. The motivations behind this decision are still debated. Some believe it may have been a way to preserve the site and its significance during a time of transition, potentially reflecting changes in religious beliefs or social structures. Others speculate that it marked a shift towards a more agrarian lifestyle, where such communal rites were no longer needed. Each discovery at Gobekli Tepe adds layers to our understanding of human history. The recent excavation reveals more about the structure and the type of community that thrived around it. Tools found amid the remnants show signs of sophisticated craftsmanship, indicating that the artisans of this site possessed knowledge of stonework that was previously unimagined for this period. The implications of these findings stretch far beyond the boundaries of Gobekli Tepe. They invite a re-evaluation of where we believe civilization began and how humanity progressed from nomadic bands to complex societies. If Gobekli Tepe was indeed constructed by hunter-gatherers, it implies that the foundation of society may have been laid down by mystical experiences and shared cultural practices, rather than merely the quest for food and shelter. Imagine wandering through Gobekli Tepe, feeling the weight of history in the air. As the sun casts shadows through the towering pillars, one can almost hear the distant echoes of rituals performed thousands of years ago. The site acts like a mirror, reflecting the aspirations, fears, and dreams of a people who devoted their lives to something greater than themselves. Today, Gobekli Tepe stands not only as a testament to early human ingenuity and creativity, but also as a reminder of the mystery surrounding our origins. As continuing excavations yield new findings, the enigma deepens, challenging our preconceptions about the past and urging us to look closer at the obstacles our ancestors overcame. Ultimately, Gobekli Tepe serves as a bridge to our distant past, inviting us to ponder who the people were that built this extraordinary site, what they believed, and how they connected with one another. It reminds us that, despite the passage of time, our ancestors shared the same fundamental desires for connection, community, and understanding of the world around them. As we explore this ancient site, we uncover not just stones and carvings, but the very essence of what it means to be human. Our stories, our struggles, and our triumphs are deeply rooted in the monuments of history. Each visit to Gobekli Tepe lends itself to new interpretations and insights into the continuous journey of humanity. Here at the dawn of civilization, we find not just remnants of a bygone era, but a profound understanding of our shared human experience. The Indus Valley Civilization, often regarded as one of the oldest urban cultures in the world, emerged around 2600 BCE in what is now Pakistan and northwest India. It flourished for nearly 1,000 years, showcasing remarkable advancements in technology, urban planning, and social organization that continue to intrigue historians and archaeologists today. Encompassing an area of over 1 million square kilometers, the civilization stretched along the fertile banks of the Indus River. Key sites like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro serve as central examples of this enigmatic civilization, exhibiting well-planned grid patterns in their cities, sophisticated drainage systems, and even public baths that hint at a level of sanitation and civic pride that was unprecedented for its time. One of the most striking features of the Indus Valley Civilization is its script, known as the Indus script. Composed of various symbols and signs, it remains largely undeciphered, leading many to speculate about the nature of their communication and administration. Despite numerous attempts by linguists and historians to crack the code, the script has resisted all efforts, leaving us to wonder how the people of the Indus Valley conveyed their thoughts, feelings, and ideas. The artifacts discovered from this civilization speak volumes about their daily life, trade, and artistic expression. For instance, the meticulous craftsmanship of their pottery, jewelry, and seals showcases a high level of artistry and skill. These seals, often made of steatite, feature intricate carvings of animals, motifs, and characters. Scholars believe they may have been used for trade, possibly serving as a form of identification or branding for merchants. Trade was likely a pivotal aspect of the Indus Valley society. The civilization had connections with regions as far as Mesopotamia, indicating a rich exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures. Archaeological findings of weights and measures in varying sizes suggest that the Indus peoples had a sophisticated system of commerce. They likely traded commodities like textiles, grains, and precious stones, weaving a complex web of economic relations that spanned vast distances. Social structure within the Indus Valley Civilization also remains a mystery. While some artifacts suggest the presence of centralized authority, the absence of grand palaces or monumental structures commonly associated with power in other ancient cultures raises questions. Did they have a ruling class, or was society more egalitarian? The layout of their cities hints at organized planning and a collective approach to urban living, with homes closely situated and communal spaces accessible to all residents. Religion seems to have played an essential role in the Indus Valley society, although the specifics remain elusive. Various figurines and pottery show depictions of what may have been deities or ritualistic practices. The famous dancing girl statue, a remarkable bronze artifact, captures the artistic spirit of the civilization while also suggesting a celebration of life and culture. The significance of animals, particularly the bull, is also notable in their artifacts, implying a connection to both agriculture and spiritual beliefs. Moreover, the mysterious disappearance of the Indus Valley Civilization leaves a compelling narrative. By around 1900 BCE, evidence suggests that the once thriving culture began to decline, leading to the abandonment of major cities. Various theories attempt to explain this phenomenon, from climate change resulting in shifting river patterns to invasions or economic collapse. However, the true reasons remain elusive, shrouding their end in speculation and scholarly debate. Today, the Indus Valley Civilization continues to captivate our imagination. The unanswered questions about their society, language, and eventual decline serve as a reminder of the complexities of human history. Each archaeological discovery adds new layers to our understanding, while the undeciphered script challenges our perceptions of communication and literacy in ancient times. As we delve deeper into the legacy of the Indus Valley, we're reminded of the achievements that transcended time. The urban planning, craftsmanship, and trade networks propose a sophisticated civilization that, even though it remains partly cloaked in conspiracy and mystery, contributed significantly to the tapestry of human development. Exploring this enigma invites us to ponder not just what was lost, but also how the remnants of their culture continue to influence our present. The Indus Valley acts as a haunting echo, urging us to decipher its secrets and understand the people who once thrived in this fertile land between the mountains and the river. As we navigate through this rich history, we open ourselves to learning from the past, gaining insights that resonate through the ages. The Nazca lions are among the most fascinating and enigmatic creations on Earth. Located in the arid region of Nazca in southern Peru, these massive geoglyphs etched into the desert floor are a testament to human creativity and ingenuity. Spanning an area of nearly 1,000 square kilometers, the Nazca lions consist of over 800 species of animals, plants, and geometric shapes that can only be fully appreciated from the air. But what was their purpose? Why did the Nazca people invest so much effort into creating these vast images, visible only from above? First discovered in the 1920s, the lions were initially thought to be a modern phenomenon. However, they date back to roughly 200 BCE to 600 CE, created by the Nazca culture, which thrived in this area during that time. To grasp the magnitude of this undertaking, consider that some of these lions stretch for over 30 miles, while the largest figures can measure up to 1,200 feet in length. Despite their age, many of the lions remain remarkably well preserved, largely due to the dry climate of the region, which has shielded them from erosion and degradation. Among the most recognizable geoglyphs is the image of the hummingbird. This form, along with others like the spider, the monkey, and huge geometric shapes, spark endless curiosity. The most prominent theories about the purpose of the Nazca lions include astronomical, religious, and agricultural functions. Some researchers propose that these lines served as an astronomical calendar, aligning with celestial bodies and indicating the solstices and other significant solar events. If this were the case, it would suggest that the Nazca people possessed advanced knowledge of astronomy and were interested in tracking the movements of the stars and planets. Moreover, certain lines seem to point toward aquatic sources, such as rivers and mountains. This idea suggests that the lines might have served as a ceremonial path, guiding pilgrims or worshippers towards sacred sites. Imagine a procession of people moving along these lines, engaged in rituals intended to honor the deities tied to water and fertility, as water was a vital resource in this desert region. Additionally, there's an agricultural angle to consider. The Nazca culture primarily depended on farming, relying on intricate irrigation systems to sustain crops in such a dry landscape. Some researchers speculate that the lions could have played a role in fertility rituals, perhaps intended to ensure bountiful harvests. The depiction of animals and plants might have been symbolic references aimed at promoting agricultural abundance. The sheer scale of the Nazca lions raises questions about their construction. How could ancient societies produce such accurate and elaborate designs without modern technology? One popular theory suggests the use of an ancient method called andrographic surveying. This technique involves laying out patterns on the ground using simple tools, such as ropes and stakes. The Nazca people might have employed a system of sight lines and landmarks to create these vast designs, marking them over the landscape with precision. If this notion is true, it highlights not only their creativity, but also their deep understanding of geometry and the physical world around them. Another intriguing speculation involves the involvement of extraterrestrial beings. This theory gained traction due to the imprecise nature of the lines and their visibility solely from the sky, prompting some to wonder if ancient astronauts inspired these remarkable creations or even used them as runways for landing. However, while this idea captures the imagination, scholars remain skeptical, favoring more terrestrial explanations rooted in the Nazca culture's beliefs and practices. Recent advancements in technology, including drone surveillance and satellite imagery, have allowed researchers to uncover previously unseen patterns and lines in the Nazca region. Continuous exploration has reignited interest in investigating these massive geoglyphs, leading to a deeper understanding of their origins, purpose, and significance. The Nazca lines endlessly fascinate both scientists and tourists alike, drawing visitors from around the world eager to witness their beauty and ponder their meanings. These extraordinary geoglyphs stand as a monument to the creativity and spiritual beliefs of the Nazca people. While we may never fully uncover every mystery behind the Nazca lines, each new discovery illuminates a little more of the rich tapestry of human history and cultural expression. Imagine wandering through the arid expanse of the Nazca Desert, allowing your mind to drift and embrace the enigmatic stories woven into the land. Each line and figure carries with it the echoes of a civilization that meticulously crafted their beliefs onto the earth, leaving a legacy that continues to inspire wonder and speculation. In a world rapidly evolving and changing, the Nazca lines remain a powerful reminder of the extraordinary potential of human expression and the enduring need to connect with something greater than ourselves, whether that be through art, spirituality, or the natural world. The next time you gaze upon a vast landscape, Think of the Nazca lines and the generations that contributed to their creation. They invite us to explore, to question, and to appreciate the diverse ways cultures interpret their existence and environment. The Minoan civilization, known as one of Europe's first advanced societies, arose on the beautiful island of Crete about 5,000 years ago. This remarkable culture thrived in a world that was both innovative and artistic, leaving behind tantalizing secrets that continue to intrigue historians and archaeologists. It is a civilization that can be explored through its art, architecture, and even its myths. The Minoans are famous for their monumental palaces, the most notable being the Palace of Knossos. Imagine wandering through grand halls adorned with intricate frescoes, depicting vivid scenes of nature, rituals, and daily life. These murals reveal a society deeply connected with the world around them, showcasing a love for beauty and a profound understanding of aesthetics. For instance, one stunning fresco depicts graceful figures of women, their flowing garments painted in rich, vibrant colors. It is believed that these women may have held significant social roles, perhaps even in religious ceremonies. The architectural marvels of the Minoan palaces were not only grand, but also innovative. The complex at Knossos included multiple levels, with light wells and ventilation systems that show an understanding of space and comfort that was ahead of its time. The use of columns, tapering from wide at the bottom to narrow at the top, gives a unique elegance to their structures. This design principle was so influential that it later guided the development of monumental architecture in ancient Greece. The Minoans were also masterful traders, engaging in commerce across the Mediterranean. The location of Crete made it an ideal hub for trade routes, connecting them with Egypt, the Levant, and the Greek mainland. This extensive trade network brought a wealth of goods, ideas, and cultures into their society. Archaeological findings suggest that they exchanged pottery, tools, and precious metals, which not only enriched their economy but also their artistic practices. Their writing systems, known as Linear A and Linear B, remain a mystery. Linear A is associated with the Minoans and has yet to be deciphered, while Linear B was used by the Mycenaeans who followed them. The existence of written language indicates an advanced method of communication and record-keeping, suggesting a well-organized society. Yet, the secrets of Linear A continue to elude historians, leaving us to wonder about the stories and knowledge it contains. Myth plays an integral part in understanding the Minoan civilization. One of the most famous myths is that of the Minotaur, a creature that dwelled within a labyrinth designed by the legendary architect Daedalus. This captivating tale symbolizes the complexities of Minoan culture, intertwining themes of power, craftsmanship, and the human experience. The labyrinth itself may be rooted in the intricate layouts of Minoan palaces, highlighting how mythology and reality can intermingle in our understanding of history. Catastrophic events likely contributed to the decline of the Minoan civilization. The eruption of Santorini, also known as Thera, is one of the most significant natural disasters believed to have affected the Minoans. This volcanic eruption caused widespread devastation, triggering tsunamis and ash fallout that may have disrupted trade and agriculture. Evidence suggests that many Minoan settlements were abandoned, leading to a gradual decline. This catastrophic event remains a pivotal piece of the puzzle in understanding how such an advanced civilization could fade away. What lies beyond the ruins of palatial life is equally fascinating. The role of the Minoan people in the wider context of ancient civilizations suggests influences that reached far beyond Crete. Their vibrant culture may have inspired neighboring societies, particularly the Mycenaeans, who adopted Minoan ideals in art and architecture. The trade networks established by the Minoans would have facilitated an exchange of ideas that shaped the trajectory of European history. The secrets of the Minoan civilization extend beyond mere ruins and artifacts. The study of their society invites us to consider the complexities of human existence. As we explore their art, architecture, and myths, we understand that they inhabited a world rich in culture and meaning. The tantalizing gaps in our knowledge serve as a reminder of how much there is yet to discover about those who came before us. In conclusion, the Minoans present a captivating narrative filled with artistic brilliance, innovative architecture, and enduring myths. While the cataclysmic events that marked their decline veil some of their mysteries, the legacy of the Minoan civilization remains as vibrant as the frescoes that once adorned their palaces. Every archaeological find, every new interpretation breathes life into their story, reminding us that the past is full of hidden treasures waiting to be unveiled. Through these secrets, we gain not only insight into a lost world, but also a deeper appreciation for the resilience and creativity of humanity throughout history. The Etruscans, an ancient civilization known for its mystical charm and vibrant culture, once flourished in the heart of Italy, primarily in the region known as Etruria, which encompasses parts of modern Tuscany, Umbria, and Lazio. This enigmatic society thrived from approximately the 8th century BCE until its gradual absorption into the expanding Roman Republic in the 1st century BCE. Although the Etruscans played a pivotal role in shaping early Roman culture, much about their origins, language, and societal structure remains shrouded in mystery. The origins of the Etruscans have long intrigued scholars. Some hypotheses suggest they were indigenous to Italy, while others posit that they migrated from the Near East. Despite the debates among historians, the Etruscans established a society that was rich and complex. The heart of Etruscan civilization was marked by their city-states, which included powerful centers such as Tarquinia, Cerveteri, and Veii. Each city-state operated independently and often competed for resources, which contributed to their unique identities. Etruscan society was characterized by a hierarchy that included nobles, artisans, and farmers. The aristocracy enjoyed immense wealth and power, often visible in their elaborate burial practices. The Etruscans believed in an afterlife, and their tombs were filled with exquisite items, including jewelry, pottery, and even weapons, reflecting their status and the joys of life they hoped to carry into the next world. The murals adorning their tombs tell vivid stories, showcasing lively banquets, athletic competitions, and scenes of daily life, providing a glimpse into their culture and values. Language is another intriguing aspect of the Etruscan legacy. Unlike Latin, the Etruscan language is not related to any known language family, which makes it particularly challenging to study. While a few words have been deciphered, much of the language remains a mystery. Scripts found on inscriptions and artifacts feature a sophisticated writing system influenced by Greek and Phoenician alphabets. The enigmatic nature of the Etruscan language has led to a wealth of speculation about their chants, literature, and communication, tantalizing linguists and historians alike. The Etruscans made significant contributions to arts and architecture, which would later influence Roman culture. They excelled in metalworking, particularly with bronze and gold. Their pottery, often adorned with elaborate designs, showcases their artistic flair. The iconic Etruscan temples were characterized by their wooden structures, featuring narrow columns and terracotta roofs, which later inspired Roman architectural styles. The presence of Etruscan influences can still be seen in modern Italy's rich architectural landscape. Religion played a pivotal role in Etruscan life, interweaving with their daily activities and societal norms. They were polytheistic, worshipping a pantheon of gods that mirrored the Greek deities, but with their own unique interpretations. Religious rituals often included augury, a practice of interpreting omens, and the will of the gods, which held substantial significance in Etruscan decision-making. The Etruscans also conducted elaborate funerary rites that displayed their reverence for the dead, ensuring that their ancestors remained a part of daily life. As the power of Rome began to rise, the Etruscans found themselves slowly absorbed into this expanding empire. The Romans adopted numerous Etruscan customs, including religious practices, clothing styles, and even architectural techniques. This cultural interchange was profound. The Romans came to respect the Etruscans, viewing them as the bearer of significant cultural advancements. Yet, as Roman power solidified, the distinct identity of the Etruscans gradually faded, becoming a fascinating chapter in the larger narrative of Italy's history. Today, Etruscan remains continue to provide insights into this elusive civilization. Archaeological excavations, particularly in sites like Tarquinia and Cerveteri, have unearthed a wealth of artifacts that illuminate their everyday lives, beliefs, and artistic achievements. Museums across Italy house extensive collections of Etruscan artifacts, drawing visitors eager to piece together the story of this mysterious civilization. The Etruscans stand as a testament to the complexity of ancient cultures and their legacies. While much about them remains enigmatic, their influence on Rome and beyond is irrefutable. Every artifact recovered, every inscription deciphered, contributes to a greater understanding of who the Etruscans were and how they shaped the landscapes of thought, art, and society. The mystery of the Etruscans continues to captivate historians, archaeologists, and curious minds, offering endless opportunities for exploration and discovery. Through their artistic expressions, religious practices, and societal structures, the Etruscans leave a lasting imprint that speaks to the resilience and creativity of early human civilization. As one delves into the annals of history, the Etruscans invite us to investigate their world, rich with untold stories and profound cultural legacies that still echo through the corridors of time. The Sumerians were an ancient civilization that emerged in Mesopotamia, a region located between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, around 4500 BCE. This remarkable society is often credited as one of the earliest in human history, and their innovations have left an enduring mark on the world. One of the most significant contributions of the Sumerians was the invention of writing. They developed a system known as cuneiform, which involved pressing a reed stylus into soft clay tablets. Initially used for record-keeping and accounting, this form of writing evolved to include literature, laws, and administrative documents. One of the most notable pieces of literature from this era is the Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the oldest known stories that explores themes of heroism, friendship, and mortality. This innovation laid the groundwork for communication and documentation, allowing knowledge to be passed down through generations. Agriculture was another area where the Sumerians excelled. They mastered the art of farming and irrigation, which transformed the region into a fertile hub of production. By creating extensive canal systems, they were able to divert water from the rivers, ensuring that crops received sufficient irrigation, even during dry seasons. This agricultural prowess led to surplus food production, which in turn supported population growth and the development of cities. The Sumerians cultivated grains like barley and wheat, as well as vegetables and dates, creating a diverse diet that contributed to their well-being. The establishment of cities was a direct result of their agricultural success. Sumerians built impressive urban centers, such as Ur, Uruk, and Lagash, characterized by towering ziggurats, temple complexes, and bustling marketplaces. Each city-state operated independently, but they shared cultural practices, language, and trade relationships. The architecture of Sumerian cities utilized mud bricks, which were abundant in the region, and their layouts reflected a sophisticated understanding of urban planning. This development fostered a sense of community and identity among the Sumerian people. Alongside writing and agriculture, the invention of the wheel marked another pivotal moment in Sumerian innovation. Though wheels had been used for pottery prior, the Sumerians adapted this technology for transportation. This advancement allowed them to create carts and chariots, significantly improving trade and mobility. Goods could be transported more efficiently, connecting city-states and expanding their economic networks. The wheel not only facilitated movement, but also influenced warfare, as chariots became essential for military operations. The Sumerians also made notable advancements in mathematics and astronomy. They developed a sexagesimal system, based on the number 60, which is still evident in our time today through the division of hours and minutes. This robust mathematical foundation enabled them to engage in trade, manage resources, and create architectural plans. As astronomers, the Sumerians meticulously observed celestial bodies, recording their movements and cycles. They identified the phases of the moon and developed a calendar based on lunar cycles, which helped them determine the best times for planting and harvesting. Religion played a central role in Sumerian culture. They were polytheistic, worshipping a pantheon of gods, each with specific domains like agriculture, war, and love. Temples, dedicated to these deities, served as focal points in Sumerian cities and were centers of religious activities and civic governance. The relationship with their gods was evident in the way they explained natural phenomena, from floods to harvests. Sumerians believed in maintaining the favor of their gods through rituals, offerings, and festivals. The artistic achievements of the Sumerians were also impressive. They created intricate pottery, jewelry, and sculpture, often depicting religious themes or daily life. Artisans utilized materials such as gold, silver, and lapis lazuli, showcasing their skills and the wealth of the society. Cuneiform tablets often featured artistic designs, illustrating the unique intertwining of writing and artistry. These artifacts provide insight into their beliefs, customs, and everyday experiences. The influence of the Sumerians extended beyond their lifetime. As they faced challenges from neighboring civilizations and experienced cycles of rise and fall, their innovations were adopted and adapted by successive cultures. The Akkadians, Babylonians, and Assyrians were among those who built upon the foundations laid by the Sumerians. The concept of cities, trade, writing, and governance evolved, culminating in the rich tapestry of civilization that followed. In summary, the Sumerians were true pioneers of human development, leaving behind a legacy of innovation that continues to shape our societies today. From the invention of writing to advancements in agriculture and transportation, their contributions laid essential building blocks for future generations. As we explore their world, we gain valuable insights into the roots of civilization and the incredible journey of humankind through the ages. The Olmecs, often celebrated as the mother culture of Mesoamerica, represent a captivating chapter in the story of ancient civilizations. Existing between approximately 1200 and 400 BCE, primarily in modern-day southern Mexico, the Olmecs introduced numerous cultural norms and artistic expressions that would influence future societies like the Maya and Aztecs. One of the most striking features of Olmec culture is their monumental architecture, particularly their colossal heads. These stone sculptures, some weighing up to 50 tons, depict human faces and vary in size from about 4 to 11 feet tall. Many historians believe these heads represent rulers or important figures within Olmec society. Each head showcases a unique facial structure, suggesting a high level of craftsmanship and an appreciation for individuality. The sheer size of these heads also signals the community's ability to mobilize resources and labor for large-scale projects, reflecting their social organization and political power. Exploring Olmec art leads us into realms of symbolism and spirituality. Olmec artistry encompasses not only the colossal heads, but also intricately carved jadeite and serpentine objects, including figurines, masks, and tools. These materials were of great significance, often connected to status and the afterlife. The Olmecs had a fascination with jaguars, which appear frequently in their art and possibly symbolize power and supernatural abilities. The use of contours and intricate patterns in their artifacts demonstrates a deep appreciation for aesthetics. The Olmecs are believed to have laid foundational elements for later Mesoamerican cultures. They developed early forms of writing and calendar systems, influencing subsequent civilizations. Evidence suggests that they had a complex religious belief system that revolved around nature and agriculture. Rituals may have included ball games, which were both recreational and ceremonial, illustrating an early form of community organization and social hierarchy. One cannot discuss the Olmecs without mentioning San Lorenzo and La Venta, two of their major archaeological sites. San Lorenzo, with its large earthen mounds and carved stone, shows the complexity of its society. La Venta, which emerged later, features the famous Great Pyramid, indicative of urban planning and architectural prowess. The rituals performed at these sites hint at the Olmecs' intense spiritual life and their connection to the environment. The disappearance of the Olmecs remains an enigma, as there is little consensus on the reasons behind their decline. Factors such as environmental changes, social upheaval, or conflicts may have played a role. Following their decline, the succeeding societies like the Maya and Aztecs adopted and adapted many Olmec concepts, demonstrating the Olmec legacy's profound influence. The fascination with Olmec society continues in modern times, as archaeologists and historians sift through the remnants of their civilization. Recent discoveries often reveal new insights about their culture, lifestyle, and technological advancements. Techniques such as ground-penetrating radar and advanced dating methods are unearthing new layers of history, leading to questions about how these people lived, what they believed, and how they interacted with their environment. The Olmecs also engaged in trade, connecting to various regions across Mesoamerica. Goods, such as obsidian, pottery, and mania, a type of rubber, were exchanged, demonstrating their integration into a larger economic network. That trade not only emphasized their material wealth, but also contributed to cultural exchanges, which paved the way for future interactions among Mesoamerican cultures. Language is another intriguing aspect of the Olmec legacy. Though no definitive written records exist, the symbols found in Olmec artifacts suggest they may have developed proto-writing systems. This groundwork provided an essential framework for the hieroglyphics of later civilizations, highlighting the Olmecs' role as innovators. Examining the Olmec civilization provides profound insights into the cultural foundations of Mesoamerica. Their artistic achievements, societal structures, and spiritual beliefs frame the landscape for future civilizations, illustrating the deep interconnectedness of human experience. The sheer richness of their history invites ongoing exploration and discovery, keeping their story alive and relevant today. In conclusion, the Olmecs stand not just as an ancient civilization, but as a poignant example of human innovation, creativity, and resilience. Their contributions resonate throughout history and continue to inspire interest in the complexities of human culture. As we study their legacy, we unlock the mysteries of not only their society, but also the broader narrative of our shared past. Rapa Nui, more commonly known as Easter Island, is a remote and mysterious island located in the southern Pacific Ocean. It is famous around the world for its incredible monolithic statues known as moai. These statues, some towering at over 10 meters, are not just artistic expressions but also integral to the island's history and culture. The creation of the moai has intrigued historians, archaeologists, and travelers alike for centuries, leading to numerous theories about the island's past and the people who inhabited it. The Rapa Nui people are believed to have arrived on the island around AD 1200, bringing with them a rich cultural heritage. They settled on the island, establishing agricultural practices and honing their skills in carving and engineering. The moai represent the culmination of their craftsmanship and spiritual beliefs. The moai are not merely artistic works. They are thought to be representations of ancestral figures. Each statue, often carved from volcanic tuff, was intended to honor prominent individuals of the Rapa Nui society, embodying their spirit and preserving their legacy. It is believed that the statue served as a way to connect the living with their past, paying homage to those who had passed away and ensuring their continued presence in the community. This connection is further highlighted by the eerie expressions the moai carry, which give them a watchful presence that seems to oversee the island. The sheer size of the moai is astonishing. Some statues weigh over 80 tons, and the largest knew to stand at over 10 meters tall. To create these giants, the Rapa Nui developed sophisticated techniques for quarrying rock and transporting the immense statues across the island. There were various theories on how this was accomplished. Some researchers suggest that the statues were rolled on logs, while others believe they were walked upright, rocked back and forth. The ingenious methods employed showed the impressive engineering skills of the Rapa Nui people. Most of the moai were originally placed facing inland, symbolically watching over the villages and their inhabitants. This arrangement underscores their role as guardians of the communities, thought to offer protection and blessing. The island has around 887 moai scattered across its various volcanic craters, with the most famous site being Rano, the quarry where many of the statues were created. Here, unfinished moai can still be seen embedded in the rock, providing a glimpse into the island's artistic legacy. The construction and placement of the moai came to a halt for reasons that remain debated among historians. Possible factors include social upheaval, ecological changes, and the impacts of European contact. As resources became scarce, particularly wood for transportation, the societal structure of Rapa Nui began to change. Conflicts arose, leading to the toppling of many moai and a significant shift in the island's cultural identity. Today, many of the statues stand in a fallen state, testament to a complex history of success and struggle. In modern times, the moai have become an iconic symbol of Easter Island, captivating people from all over the world. The site of Rapa Nui became a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1995, leading to efforts aimed at preserving not only the statues, but also the culture and heritage of the Rapa Nui people. Travelers visiting the island today can engage with the local community, learning about their traditions, arts, and the stories that surround the moai. The allure of the moai remains strong, sparking curiosity about the mysteries of Rapa Nui. Each statue bears witness to the island's rich history, embodying the artistic, spiritual, and social dimensions of a people who, despite facing numerous challenges, left an extraordinary legacy. The stories of the Rapa Nui people continue to be told, reminding us of the importance of honoring our ancestors and understanding our shared histories. Easter Island is a place where the past still speaks through the monumental silence of stone. As waves crash against the shores and the sun sets behind the horizon, the moai remain steadfast, inviting a deep reflection on humanity's connection to tradition, craft, and community. The experience of exploring Rapa Nui is not merely a journey to see impressive statues. It is an opportunity to connect with a profound narrative that transcends time and space, reflecting the indomitable spirit of a people who shaped their world with remarkable artistry and resilience. The Maya civilization, a remarkable society that flourished in Mesoamerica for over 2 millennia, holds a prominent place in the annals of history. Known particularly for their extraordinary achievements in mathematics, astronomy, and architecture, the Maya developed a culture rich in complexity and nuance. Among their most impressive feats is their advanced understanding of time and celestial movements, which continues to captivate scholars and enthusiasts alike. From as early as 2000 BCE, the Maya established some of the earliest forms of urban centers across what is now Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, and Honduras. By the time the Classic period arrived around 250 CE, these cities had evolved into vibrant hubs, filled with sophisticated structures, vibrant marketplaces, and an intricate social framework. Cities like Tikal, Palenque, and Copan offered impressive architecture, such as grand temples and ceremonial plazas, showcasing the Mayas' architectural genius. What makes these cities even more intriguing is how their layouts were meticulously planned in accordance with significant astronomical events. The Maya calendar is one of the most fascinating aspects of their culture. They utilize multiple calendar systems, the most prominent being the Tzolk'in, a 260-day ritual calendar, and the Hab, a 365-day solar calendar. The interplay between these two calendars resulted in a fascinating cycle that helped the Maya track time and seasonality in ways that were critical for their agricultural society. This cyclical view of time is markedly different from the linear perspective often held in contemporary societies. One of the unique aspects of the Maya calendar was the long count calendar, used to track longer periods of time. The long count allowed the Maya to record historical events over thousands of years. It is thought that this calendar was a response to their complex society, which required precise timekeeping to manage agricultural cycles as well as religious and ceremonial activities. The Maya were not merely timekeepers, they were also extraordinary astronomers. Their observations of celestial bodies were detailed and precise, allowing them to track the movements of the sun, moon, and stars with remarkable accuracy. They understood the concept of the synodic month, approximately 29.5 days, which is a crucial part of lunar cycles. The Maya also tracked the planet Venus, observing its cycles as a morning star and an evening star, and even linked it to their warfare strategies. The careful recording of these celestial events informed many aspects of their daily life and culture, from agriculture to rituals. Furthermore, significant astronomical structures, like observatories, can be found in several Maya cities. The El Caracol in Chichen Itza, for instance, is believed to have been used for astronomical observations, aligned with the movements of Venus and other celestial bodies. The architects of this structure designed it with such precision that it showcases the Maya's deep understanding of the cosmos. The significance of astronomical cycles in Maya life cannot be overstated. They believed that the gods choreographed the heavens, and celestial events were indicative of divine will. This belief influenced not only their calendar systems, but also their agricultural practices. Farmers would plant and harvest crops in alignment with particular celestial events, ensuring that their food production was optimized by the natural rhythms of the universe. In addition to their astronomical prowess, the Maya also excelled in mathematics. They developed a vigesimal, BASE-20, numbering system that included the concept of zero, a remarkable achievement for any ancient civilization. This numerical system was critical for their astronomical calculations and for the creation of their elaborate calendar systems, allowing them to keep accurate records and make predictions regarding celestial events. Despite the wealth of knowledge we have acquired about the Maya, many aspects of their civilization remain shrouded in mystery. The purpose of some of their cities is still debated among scholars, and many inscriptions are yet to be fully deciphered. The decline of the Maya civilization in the southern lowlands, around 900 CE, also raises questions. What led to the abandonment of these once thriving cities? Climate change, warfare, and resource depletion are suspected factors, but definitive answers remain elusive. Today, the remnants of Maya cities, their intricate stone carvings, and hieroglyphic inscriptions continue to reveal new insights into their profound culture. Archaeological expeditions regularly uncover sites previously hidden by the jungle, and advancements in technology, such as LiDAR, are helping researchers uncover hidden structures and better understand urban layouts. Visiting these ancient cities today provides a window into the past, a glimpse of the lives of a civilization that placed great importance on cosmic rhythms and time. Wandering through the sites, surrounded by towering pyramids and nature reclaiming what was once an urban landscape, evokes a sense of wonder about their achievements and the mysteries that still exist. As we explore the legacy of the Maya, We not only appreciate their remarkable ability to observe and interpret the heavens, but also the way their culture and society were intertwined with the celestial world. Understanding the complex relationship the Maya had with time and astronomy invites us to reflect on our own place in the universe, encouraging us to look up at the stars and consider the timeless rhythms that connect us all. Through the lens of the Maya, we can appreciate the beauty of time, the cosmos, and our shared human journey through this magnificent universe. The Caral Civilization, often considered one of the oldest known civilizations in the Americas, emerges from the arid region of the Peruvian coast, specifically within the Supe Valley. This remarkable civilization existed around 3000 BC, significantly predating the famous Inca Empire by thousands of years. It is a testament to the advanced societal structures and cultural practices that were developing in South America, long before many other widely recognized civilizations. Archaeological discoveries in Caral reveal a complex urban center with impressive architecture, intricate social structures, and advanced agricultural practices. The city of Caral is characterized by monumental architecture, including large, pyramid-like structures made from stone and earth. These pyramids, which are often compared to the more famous pyramid structures of Egypt, serve as a reminder that human ingenuity and architectural skill have existed independently across the world. One of the standout features of the Caral civilization is its sophisticated urban planning. The layout of Caral showcases a deep understanding of community organization, where residential areas, ceremonial spaces, and agricultural zones were strategically planned. The site includes a vast central plaza surrounded by pyramids and other structures, indicating that religious and communal practices were of great importance to its inhabitants. Notably, the largest pyramid, known as the Pyramid Mare, stands approximately 18 meters tall, showcasing the ambition behind Caral's architectural endeavors. Agriculture in Caral was advanced and innovative, relying heavily on the cultivation of crops such as cotton, beans, and squash. The civilization utilized a sophisticated irrigation system that allowed them to thrive in the otherwise arid environment. This technological commitment to agriculture facilitated the growth of a surplus, which in turn supported a complex society capable of artistic and architectural achievements. The presence of textiles, pottery, and musical instruments found at the site speaks to a rich cultural life filled with art and spirituality. Trade also played an essential role in the Caral civilization. Evidence suggests that the people of Caral engaged in trade with neighboring regions, exchanging goods such as fish and textiles for agricultural products. This network of commerce contributed not only to their economy, but also to cultural exchange, allowing their influences to spread across neighboring areas. Such connections illustrate how the Caral civilization was not isolated, but rather part of a broader interregional community. Social structure within Caral seems to have been stratified, with a clear distinction between different roles and occupations. The presence of ceremonial structures indicates that religious leaders likely held significant influence and power in society. Furthermore, the discovery of certain burial sites suggests that elite members of the civilization may have been afforded unique burial practices, which could imply a complex belief system surrounding death and the afterlife. While Caral is renowned for its achievements, what makes this civilization particularly compelling is its sustainability. The people of Caral developed methods to cope with their environmental challenges, creating a society that could flourish despite the harsh conditions of the desert. This ability to adapt serves as an example of human resilience and creativity, reminding us that advanced civilizations can emerge even in the most unlikely places. The Caral civilization's decline remains a topic of study and debate among historians and archaeologists. Some theories suggest environmental factors may have contributed to their fall, while others propose that internal societal issues played a role. Regardless of the reasons behind their decline, the legacy of Caral endures, providing key insights into the evolution of human society in the Americas. Today, the Caral site is recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, highlighting its exceptional cultural heritage and importance to understanding the development of ancient civilization. As researchers continue to explore the remnants of this society, they unlock more secrets of how early humans shaped their world. The Caral civilization serves as a reminder of the rich tapestry of histories that exist beyond the more commonly known narratives, urging us to delve deeper into the past and appreciate the diversity of human achievement. In summary, the Caral civilization illustrates the ingenuity, resilience, and creativity of early societies in the Americas. Through their advancements in agriculture, urban planning, and social organization, the Caral people laid the groundwork for future civilizations. Their story, woven into the fabric of human history, encourages us to recognize the capacity for progress and the complexities of life in ancient times. Discovering the intricacies of the Caral Civilization reveals not only the past, but also provides valuable lessons that continue to resonate in our modern world. Through this journey into the heart of ancient Peru, we appreciate the enduring human spirit that seeks to create, connect, and thrive. The Phaistos disk is one of the most enigmatic artifacts uncovered in the history of archaeology. Discovered in 1908 at the Palace of Phaistos on the island of Crete, this terracotta disk is not just an ordinary ancient object. It is a fascinating puzzle that has captivated scholars, enthusiasts, and adventurers alike for over a century. What makes the Phaistos disk particularly intriguing is its unusual inscription, featuring over 200 symbols arranged in a spiral pattern on both sides. The origins of this disk are rooted in the Minoan civilization, which thrived on Crete between approximately 2000 and 1450 BCE. This civilization is known for its advanced architecture, art, and trade networks, yet many aspects of their culture remain shrouded in mystery. Among these is the script found on the Phaistos disk. The symbols appear to represent a form of writing or a language, but unlike other ancient scripts such as linear A or B, no one has yet deciphered the meaning of the symbols on the disk. The item itself is approximately 15 centimeters in diameter, and its surface is engraved with a series of distinct characters. Many symbols resemble familiar objects, such as plants, animals, and tools, while others are abstract. Each symbol is thought to have a specific meaning, hinting at some form of communication used by the Minoans. However, despite numerous attempts, the language of the disk remains undeciphered. This has led to a plethora of theories, speculations, and debates among experts and amateur sleuths, each eager to unlock its secrets. Several scholars have proposed different approaches to understanding the Phaistos disk. Some suggest that it may have been a form of early written language, while others believe it was a religious or ceremonial object. The artistry and craftsmanship of the disk are undeniable, hinting at the sophistication of Minoan culture. However, the absence of a bilingual inscription, like the one found in the Rosetta Stone, complicates decipherment efforts immeasurably. To understand the disk better, let's consider some of the prominent theories. One theory posits that the symbols represent a type of syllabary, meaning they correspond to sounds, much like the alphabet used in modern languages. If this hypothesis is accurate, it could indicate that the Minoans prioritized phonetic sounds, shaping communication in a manner similar to how languages evolve. Yet, the exact phonetic values of the symbols are still a matter of intense debate, as no definitive connections have been established. Another prominent idea suggests that the disk may have had symbolic significance, rather than being strictly linguistic. Some researchers propose that the symbols are linked to religious or ritualistic practices, perhaps serving as a means of recording prayers, offerings, or significant events. This would mean that the disk functioned more as a spiritual object than a practical one used for everyday communication. In this context, the complex array of symbols might serve to convey feelings or ideas that transcended traditional language. Despite the complexity of the theories surrounding the Phaistos disk, one thing remains clear: its beauty and craftsmanship are remarkable. The disk's surface bears a vivid array of designs, hinting at a story long forgotten. On one side, you might find engraved depictions of a plow, a bull, and what appears to be a human figure, possibly engaged in some form of ceremonial task. Each symbol contributes to a complex tableau, illustrating life, work, and potentially beliefs of the Minoan people. In the realm of archaeology, better-known artifacts often overshadow items like the Phaistos disk, yet the allure of the unknown has drawn numerous specialists to its study. There have been attempts at employing modern technologies, including statistical analysis and computer algorithms, to discern any hidden patterns or meanings within the symbols. Some have even looked toward the natural world for guidance, seeking parallels in animal communication or symbolic languages found in other cultures. As the mystery of the Phaistos disk continues to unfold, it holds a unique place in the broader narrative of human history. It serves not only as an artifact from a bygone era, but also as a reminder of how much we still have to learn about ancient civilizations. The allure of the undeciphered inspires curiosity and wonder, pushing researchers and enthusiasts to explore the depths of human expression, creativity, and communication. The Phaistos disk stands as a beacon of intrigue, inviting people into a world where language and symbolism intertwine. Its very existence challenges our understanding of the Minoan civilization and encourages dialogue among linguists, historians, and archaeologists. As we ponder its mysteries, we are reminded that not all historical artifacts yield their secrets easily. Some are relics of the past that prompt us to ask questions rather than provide straightforward answers. The quest to decipher the Phaistos disk is less about arriving at a conclusion and more about the journey of exploration and interpretation, illustrating how the mysteries of our shared human history continue to fuel the fires of curiosity and scholarship. The Chalcolithic mystery of Varna unfolds in a region that has captivated archaeologists and historians alike for decades. Nestled along the Black Sea coast of Bulgaria, Varna is not just a location, it is a window into one of the earliest human societies known to mankind. The discovery of a remarkable burial plot in Varna in the 1970s has sparked interest and intrigue, revealing a rich culture that flourished thousands of years ago. Imagine walking through rolling hills, with the scent of wildflowers filling the air and the distant sound of waves lapping against the shore. As you explore this serene landscape, you're treading on the grounds where an advanced society once thrived. The Varna culture, dated to the late 5th millennium BCE, offers a unique glimpse into a community that was both innovative and sophisticated. What sets Varna apart from other archaeological sites is the majestic treasure found within its graves. This treasure, unearthed from a cemetery that had over 200 burial mounds, includes the oldest known gold artifacts in the world. Picture exquisite gold jewelry, intricate gold masks, and ceremonial items, each crafted with utmost precision and artistry. The skill involved in producing these objects suggests that the Varna people possessed advanced metalworking techniques far ahead of their time. The presence of gold in such abundance indicates a society that valued craftsmanship and wealth. Among the artifacts, you can find a stunning array of gold diadems, bracelets, and pendants, shining with a brilliance that has mesmerized viewers for generations. These pieces reflect not just artistry, but also the social structure of Varna. The wealth associated with gold implies a hierarchy, suggesting that there were leaders or elite members within the society who held significant power. As you delve deeper into the Varna culture, consider the implications of this treasure beyond its material value. Archaeologists believe that the burial practices observed in Varna were closely tied to beliefs about the afterlife. The elaborate graves, filled with valuable items, indicate that the Varna people likely held a deep reverence for their deceased. They believed that material wealth, such as gold, would accompany their loved ones into the next world, ensuring a prosperous afterlife. But the fascination with Varna does not stop at its gold. The necropolis, as the burial site is called, offers additional insights into daily life. Artifacts ranging from pottery to tools have been uncovered, painting a more complete picture of what it was like to live in this vibrant community. By studying the ceramic designs, for example, we can infer the artistic expressions and cultural beliefs that shape the lives of these people. The pottery styles reflect both function and artistry, showcasing patterns that might tell stories of their ancestors or spiritual beliefs. Moreover, the Varna culture was likely engaged in commerce and trade with neighboring regions. The discovery of items made from materials not native to the area, such as exotic shells and stones, hints at a network of exchange that extended far beyond the borders of the Black Sea. Envision a bustling market filled with traders sharing not only goods but also ideas, technologies, and cultural practices. This exchange would have enriched Varna culture, fostering innovation and adaptation. The Varna mystery continues to unfold as new archaeological advancements are made. With modern technologies such as ground-penetrating radar and 3D imaging, researchers are uncovering even more layers to this ancient society. Each new discovery sheds light on the social dynamics, trade networks, and daily lives of the people who once inhabited this region. Visiting Varna today, you can feel the weight of history in the air, the stories of those who came before, echoing through the landscape. The discoveries from this site challenge our understanding of prehistoric societies, pushing the boundaries of what we thought we knew about human development and culture. As you ponder the legacy of the Varna culture, consider how our understanding of such ancient societies profoundly influences the way we view human history. The golden artifacts, the intricate pottery, and the elaborate burial practices all weave a tapestry of life that resonates with the universal human experience. The Chalcolithic mystery of Varna is not merely a tale of gold. It is a celebration of human ingenuity, creativity, and the enduring quest for meaning, It reveals the complex fabric of life, death, and belief that defined a society and continues to inspire awe in those who seek to unravel its mysteries. The Hittites, an ancient civilization that flourished around 1600 to 1178 BCE, were a remarkable force in the region of Anatolia, which is modern-day Turkey. This civilization is particularly noteworthy for being one of the earliest groups to master the use of iron, a true game-changer in their society and their military prowess. As we explore the world of the Hittites, we will uncover the intricate tapestry of their culture, achievements, and the lasting impact they had on history. The Hittite Empire emerged from the Anatolian heartland, a region rich in natural resources, particularly metals. Its strategic location allowed the Hittites to interact with various cultures, including the Egyptians, Assyrians, and later the Greeks. The Hittites were known for their ability to assimilate and adapt ideas from these neighboring civilizations, creating a unique cultural blend that defined their identity. One of the most significant contributions of the Hittites was their advancement in metallurgy, especially with iron. While other cultures were still largely reliant on bronze, the Hittites had begun to forge weapons and tools from iron. This innovation gave them a considerable advantage over their adversaries, as iron tools were not only more durable but also more effective in warfare. The Hittites made use of iron for various purposes, including forging strong weapons such as swords, spears, and chariots. This mastery of ironworking allowed them to build a powerful army, which played a pivotal role in their expansion and dominance of Anatolia and surrounding regions. In Hittite society, the use of iron also transformed agriculture and craftsmanship. Iron plows and tools improved farming efficiency, leading to increased crop yields and the ability to support larger populations. This agricultural surplus contributed to economic stability and growth, allowing the Hittites to develop their cities and infrastructure. As trade networks expanded, the Hittites became prominent players in the commerce of the ancient world, exchanging goods with neighboring cultures and enriching their society. Hittite cities were notable for their impressive fortifications and advanced urban planning. The capital city, Hattusa, was a marvel of construction, equipped with massive walls that showcased their engineering capabilities. The city was also adorned with temples, palaces, and markets, creating a vibrant center of culture and governance. Culturally, the Hittites were rich in artistic expression. They produced intricate bas-reliefs, pottery, and textiles that reflected their beliefs, values, and daily life. Their writings, primarily in cuneiform script on clay tablets, have provided invaluable insights into their legal systems, treaties, and literature. One of the most significant texts is the Hittite Law Code, which demonstrates their advanced legal principles and social structures. The Hittite religion was polytheistic, with a pantheon of gods who represented various aspects of life, from war to fertility. Temples were significant sites for worship, where rituals and sacrifices were performed to appease the deities. The Hittites believed that maintaining a proper relationship with their gods was essential for prosperity and stability. Throughout their history, the Hittites engaged in numerous military campaigns and alliances with neighboring kingdoms. They were known for their diplomatic skills, often negotiating treaties to secure peace or gain political advantage. One notable example is the Treaty of Kadesh, signed between the Hittites and the Egyptians after a long-fought battle. This agreement is recognized as one of the earliest examples of a peace treaty in history. The Hittite Empire faced challenges as it expanded, including internal strife and external pressures from rival nations. As the empire grew, it became increasingly difficult to manage its vast territories. Around the 12th century BCE, a combination of factors, including invasions from the Sea Peoples, severe droughts, and internal conflicts, led to the decline of Hittite power. Despite their eventual collapse, the legacy of the Hittites endured. Their innovations in ironworking, agriculture, and law paved the way for subsequent civilizations in the region. The Hittites also laid the groundwork for future empires, influencing the cultures that followed them and contributing to the rich history of Anatolia and beyond. As we reflect on the story of the Hittites, we see a civilization that was not only a master of iron, but also a beacon of cultural exchange, innovation, and diplomacy in the ancient world. Their ability to adapt, innovate, and influence their surroundings left an indelible mark on history, reminding us of the interconnectedness of human societies through time. The Hittites, through their ingenuity and resilience, truly exemplified the spirit of human achievement. Their saga is a testament to the power of resources, technology, and culture in shaping the course of history. The Kingdom of Kush, located to the south of ancient Egypt, was a powerful civilization that flourished along the Nile River in what is now modern-day Sudan. The Kushites were known for their exceptional skills in construction, artistry, and governance. One of the most remarkable aspects of this kingdom was its impressive pyramids, which rivaled those of their northern neighbor, Egypt. Kushite pyramids, although less famous, hold a unique charm and architectural style. They were usually smaller than the Egyptian pyramids, but featured steeper angles, which gave them a distinctive profile. The most prominent pyramids are found at sites like Meroe and Napata, where numerous royal tombs have been discovered, revealing the wealth and intricacies of Kushite society. These tombs were richly adorned with murals and artifacts, showcasing the daily life, beliefs, and culture of the Kushites. The rivalry between Kush and Egypt was a complex relationship filled with both conflict and cooperation. The Kingdom of Kush emerged as a powerful force in the region around 2500 BCE, and for centuries, it maintained a delicate balance of power with its northern neighbor. At different times in history, Kushites ruled over Egypt, particularly during the 25th dynasty, when a series of Kushite pharaohs took control of the Egyptian throne. This period is often referred to as the Kushite dynasty, and is marked by a renaissance of art and culture that blended Egyptian and Nubian influences. One notable figure from this dynasty was Pharaoh Piye, who successfully unified Egypt under Kushite rule. His military campaigns showcased the strength of the Kushite army and their ability to challenge Egyptian authority. The Kushites were known for their battle prowess, using chariots and skilled archers to great effect. This military strength allowed them to establish their presence in Egypt and leave a lasting impact on its culture. The overlap of Kushite and Egyptian cultures is evident in their religious practices. The Kushites worshipped many of the same gods as the Egyptians, but sometimes incorporated their own deities and customs. The god Amun, revered in both cultures, became a central figure in Kushite worship. Temples dedicated to Amun were built in the Kushite capital of Napata, showcasing their reverence for this god and the continuation of Egyptian religious traditions. Trade also played a crucial role in the relationship between Kush and Egypt. The Kushites had access to valuable natural resources, such as gold, ivory, and exotic woods, which they exchanged with the Egyptians for goods and luxury items. This trade network not only enriched both kingdoms, but also fostered cultural exchanges that shaped their societies. Despite their interconnectedness, the rivalry between Kush and Egypt was marked by periods of tension and warfare. The Egyptians often viewed the Kushites as a threat due to their proximity and military capabilities. Conversely, the Kushites sought to assert their independence and power, sometimes launching invasions into Egypt. The shifting dynamics over centuries led to a back-and-forth struggle for dominance along the Nile. The eventual decline of ancient Egypt in the late period allowed the Kingdom of Kush to rise to new heights. As Egypt experienced invasions and internal strife, Kush found itself in a position to expand its influence. The Kushites began to establish a formidable empire that controlled trade routes and maintained a strong cultural identity. This period saw the construction of grand monuments and further development of their distinctive pyramids. In addition to their impressive architectural accomplishments, the Kushites were known for their skilled artisanship. They produced exquisite jewelry, pottery, and sculptures that displayed their craftsmanship. Intricate gold jewelry, often inlaid with precious stones, conveyed the power and wealth of the ruling elite, while pottery adorned with unique designs illustrated their artistic talent. As we examine the legacy of the Kingdom of Kush, it becomes evident that this civilization was a significant player in the history of Northeast Africa. Its achievements in architecture, trade, and military prowess rivaled those of ancient Egypt, leading to a vibrant cultural exchange that shaped both societies. Today, the remains of Kushite pyramids and archaeological sites continue to provide insight into this powerful kingdom and its remarkable story. Kush's story is not merely one of rivalry. It is a testament to the rich tapestry of human history, illustrating how cultures can influence and intermingle over time. The Kingdom of Kush serves as a powerful reminder of the complexities of civilization, as it rose, thrived, and fell in the shadow of its more famous neighbor. Their legacy endures, capturing the imagination of scholars and enthusiasts alike, inviting them to discover the depths of a kingdom that, though often overshadowed, was vibrant, powerful, and culturally profound in its own right. Nestled within the sun-drenched canyons of the American Southwest, the legacy of the ancestral Puebloans stands as a testament to human ingenuity and adaptation. These remarkable people, once known as the Anasazi, were master builders, creating intricate cliff dwellings that offered both shelter and protection from the elements and potential threats. The ancestral Puebloans flourished from approximately 100 AD to 1300 AD, and their culture is deeply intertwined with the breathtaking landscapes of regions like present-day Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, and Colorado. Among their most captivating contributions to history are the stunning cliff dwellings that dot the canyon walls. These structures are not only architectural marvels, but also rich tapestries of cultural significance. Imagine standing before a sheer sandstone cliff. Here, you can see the enduring remnants of the ancestral Puebloans' ingenuity. The cliff dwellings, commonly constructed in alcoves and caves, were designed to blend seamlessly with their surroundings. Artists of their time, they intricately carved the stones and utilized natural materials, including adobe, to create homes that were both functional and harmonious with nature. Architecture served multiple purposes. The locations offered strategic advantages, allowing for defense against potential intruders, while also providing natural insulation against the region's extreme temperatures. By building high above the valley floors, these dwellings took advantage of thermal mass, maintaining a more consistent temperature inside despite the heat of the day and the coolness of the night. One famous example of ancestral Puebloan cliff dwellings is found at Mesa Verde National Park in Colorado. Here, you can explore the iconic Cliff Palace, which is an impressive complex of over 150 rooms and numerous kivas, or ceremonial structures. The meticulous layout of these buildings speaks volumes about the community's organization and social structure. The construction of these dwellings required exceptional skill and collaboration. Families worked together to gather materials, shape bricks from mud and straw to form walls, and create roofs that featured both stone and timber. The knowledge of building techniques and the significance of each architecture style was likely passed down through generations, creating a strong sense of identity and continuity among the ancestral Puebloans. Life within these cliff dwellings was rich and complex. The people engaged in agriculture, cultivating corn, beans, and squash, crops that form the backbone of their diet. They developed sophisticated farming techniques suited to the arid environment, using irrigation systems that harnessed seasonal rainfall and river water. The bounty of their harvests was shared within a communal framework, fostering cooperation and reinforcing social bonds. Beyond sustenance, the ancestral Puebloans excelled in arts and crafts. You will find evidence of their skilled pottery, weaving, and basket making, elements that were not just practical but also held cultural significance. Each piece of pottery, for example, often carried intricate designs and symbols that reflected their beliefs, storytelling traditions, and connection to the landscape that surrounded them. As you imagine life in the cliff dwellings, it is essential to understand the spiritual and ceremonial aspects that played a central role in the lives of the ancestral Puebloans. Kivas, round, underground rooms, were integral to their rituals and meetings, serving as places of worship and communal gathering. The designs and functions of these spaces were deeply symbolic, embodying their connection to the earth and sky, to the spirit world, and to each other. However, by the end of the 13th century, the cliff dwellings were largely abandoned. Scholars speculate various reasons for this shift, including prolonged drought, overpopulation, and environmental stress. Despite this mystery, the legacy of the ancestral Puebloans endures. Their cliff dwellings remain as archaeological treasures, providing insights into their way of life and the adaptability of human beings. Visiting these ancient sites today is not just about viewing ruins, but connecting with a profound history. The structures resonate with the whispers of those who once inhabited them, inviting admiration and respect. The craftsmanship, community spirit, and wisdom of the ancestral Puebloans encourage us to reflect on our relationships with our environment and with one another. In many ways, their story is a beautiful reminder of the importance of resilience, creativity, and community collaboration. Each crumbling wall and sunlit alcove carries forward the echoes of laughter, labor, and life, a poignant narrative woven through the fabric of time. As you explore these majestic remnants, consider the people who crafted them, and let their legacy inspire your own journey through the intricate landscape of history and culture. Tiwanaku is an archaeological marvel that evokes a sense of wonder and curiosity as we delve into the ancient past of South America. Nestled at an elevation of about 3,850 meters in the highlands of Bolivia, Tiwanaku was once the center of a thriving civilization that flourished long before the Inca Empire rose to prominence. This site, which dates back to around 1500 BC, has left behind a legacy of monumental architecture, intricate stonework, and complex societal structures that continue to puzzle researchers and historians alike. One of the most striking features of Tiwanaku is its massive stone structures, built with remarkable precision using a technique that ensured the stones fit together so tightly that not even a blade of grass could slip between them. The most famous of these edifices is the Akapana Pyramid, a huge terrace structure that stands as a testament to the engineering skills of the Tiwanaku people. The pyramid is composed of enormous stones, some weighing as much as 100 tons, and while most of it has crumbled over the centuries, it still conveys a sense of grandeur that is hard to ignore. The Kalasasaya Temple, another iconic structure, is equally impressive. This temple served as a ceremonial space and is framed by a distinctive line of monolithic stone carvings known as the Gate of the Sun. This beautifully carved archway, adorned with intricate reliefs, reflects the astronomical knowledge possessed by the Tiwanaku people. It is believed that the alignment of the gate corresponds with solar and lunar events, highlighting the civilization's deep relationship with celestial movements. In addition to its impressive architecture, Tiwanaku also offers a glimpse into the spiritual and social dynamics of the civilization. The site is home to several monolithic sculptures, including the famous Ponce monolith, which depicts a figure possibly representing a deity or an important leader. These stone figures hint at the sophisticated belief systems and social hierarchies that existed in Tiwanaku society, suggesting that the people engaged in complex rituals and had a deep connection to their environment. Tiwanaku's influence extended beyond its immediate surroundings. Trade routes connected it to other cultures across the Andean region, facilitating the exchange of goods and ideas. Artifacts found at the site, such as pottery, textiles, and tools, reflect a vibrant culture that was not isolated, but rather integrated into a vast network of societies, influencing and being influenced by them. An intriguing aspect of Tiwanaku is the mystery surrounding its decline. Archaeologists and historians continue to debate the factors that led to the eventual fall of this once thriving civilization. Some theories suggest that climate change may have played a role, causing agricultural decline and shifting populations. Others point to social upheaval or resource depletion as possible culprits. Regardless of the reasons, the disappearance of Tiwanaku remains an enigmatic chapter in human history. In present times, Tiwanaku is recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, attracting visitors from around the globe who seek to understand its historical and cultural significance. The site not only provides essential insights into pre-Columbian civilization, but also serves as a reminder of the advanced engineering capabilities and astronomical knowledge possessed by these ancient peoples. The beauty of Tiwanaku lies not only in its ancient stones, but also in the stories they tell of a people who once thrived in harmony with their environment, demonstrating resilience and ingenuity. Exploring Tiwanaku is more than just a journey through ancient ruins. It is an opportunity to engage with the mysteries of human history. Each stone, each sculpture tells a part of the story, inviting us to ponder the complexities of the people who shaped this remarkable site. The echoes of their past resonate through time, continuing to captivate the imagination of all who wander these sacred grounds. Whether you are drawn by the allure of ancient architecture, the intricacies of Andean culture, or the unanswered questions of a forgotten civilization, Tiwanaku offers an experience rich in discovery and reflection. As you walk through its ruins and contemplate the purpose and meaning embedded in its structures, you may find yourself connecting with a distant past that still holds relevance today. Tiwanaku, an Andean mystique waiting to be explored, with layers of history waiting to be uncovered. The lost kingdom of Punt, often referred to as the Land of Punt, captures the imagination with its aura of mystery and its significant connections to ancient Egypt. Nestled in the annals of history, this enigmatic kingdom was known as a vital trading partner for the Egyptians, renowned for its wealth of resources and exotic goods. Though its precise location is still debated among historians and archaeologists, the allure of Punt remains strong, sparking curiosity about its culture, trade practices, and the influence it had on Egypt. Punt is first mentioned in Egyptian texts dating back to the reign of pharaohs like Hatshepsut, who famously launched an expedition to this fabled land around 1493 BCE. She documented this journey in inscriptions and reliefs that have left us with clues about what Punt was like. Imagine a land where the air is fragrant with the smell of frankincense, myrrh, and spices. The Egyptians sought these precious items as offerings to their gods and as luxuries for their royal courts. The goods traded from Punt included not just aromatic resins but also gold, ivory, and exotic animals such as monkeys and birds, items that would dazzle the eye of any Egyptian royal or noble. It's fascinating to think about how these luxuries made their way from Punt to Egypt, traversing the Red Sea and culminating in bustling markets where vibrant colors, enticing scents, and lively banter filled the air. The people of Punt are depicted in Egyptian texts as skilled sailors and traders. They built sturdy ships that could navigate the uncertain waters of the Red Sea, bringing their goods to Egypt and beyond. The exchange wasn't merely commercial. It was a crossing of cultures, ideas, and traditions. What must it have been like for merchants from Punt to interact with Egyptian officials, exchanging not only goods but stories and knowledge? While scholars haven't pinpointed Punt's exact location, possibilities range from the coasts of modern Somalia to the southern coasts of the Arabian Peninsula. Each proposed location opens up new discussions about the geography of trade routes that flourished in ancient times. Imagine the mariners setting sail, their vessels filled with the enlivening sense of their homeland, navigating the waters of the sea, guided by the stars and currents. The relation between Egypt and Punt was not merely transactional, it was a dynamic partnership that shaped the cultural landscape of both regions. There is much speculation about the kingdom's society, its governance, and its religious beliefs. Did they worship similar gods? What were their customs and daily life like? Fragments of evidence suggest that the people of Punt held a deep reverence for nature, possibly seen in their trade of natural resins and rare materials. The artistry found in Punt is another captivating facet. Egyptian depictions often illustrate the Puntites, adorned in vibrant and strikingly beautiful clothing, showcasing their identity and social status. Engaging with these artistic representations prompts us to consider how they may have viewed the Egyptians, celebrated their differences, and found similarities across cultures. Archaeological efforts to rediscover Punt have uncovered tantalizing hints about its existence, yet it remains elusive. There are relics, ancient potsherds, and inscriptions that provide shards of information, making us wonder what more lies beneath the sands, waiting to be unearthed. The quest for Punt has turned into a metaphor for exploration and the enduring human desire to uncover the lost chapters of our past. Despite the passage of time, the legacy of Punt has not faded entirely. Modern researchers applying advanced techniques, from satellite imagery to community stories, continue to draw connections between ancient civilizations and the world we live in today. The allure of Punt reminds us that history is layered and complex, prompting us to unravel it piece by piece. To think about the lost kingdom of Punt is to engage with the tapestry of commerce, culture, and connection that once thrived alongside one of history's greatest civilizations. It's a call to acknowledge the intricate web that ties humanity together, as traders from afar created exchanges that were more than just the transfer of goods. It was a sharing of life experiences, stories, dreams, and aspirations. As you ponder the kingdom of Punt, allow your mind to wander through the bustling markets, the floral landscapes, and the vibrant exchanges between its people and the Egyptians. The quest for Punt remains ongoing, not just as a geographical search, but as an exploration of our shared human history. Each discovery offers us a glimpse into what once was a flourishing society, inviting us to envision the lives that shaped it and the world in which they lived. In embracing the mystery of Punt, we celebrate the spirit of discovery that drives humanity forward, reminding us that every lost kingdom can be a portal into a tale waiting to be told, a tale of trade, camaraderie, and the quest for connection that transcends time. The Phoenicians were an ancient civilization that emerged around 1500 BCE in what is now modern Lebanon, Syria, and parts of northern Israel. They are often celebrated as some of history's most remarkable mariners and innovators. Their expertise in shipbuilding and navigation allowed them to establish extensive trade networks across the Mediterranean Sea, connecting various cultures and regions. One of the most significant contributions of the Phoenicians was their development of a simple yet powerful writing system. This alphabet, which consisted of 22 consonants, greatly influenced many languages that followed, including Greek and Latin. The beauty of this writing system is not just in its structure, but in its practicality. It replaced more complex systems like cuneiform and hieroglyphics, paving the way for literacy and record-keeping among various peoples. Imagine being a merchant who needed to keep track of trades. The Phoenician alphabet allowed for quick and efficient communication, leading to improved trade relationships. Maritime trade was the lifeblood of Phoenician society. Their skilled shipbuilders created vessels capable of long voyages, such as the bireme, a ship with 2 rows of oars. These ships were not only fast but also sturdy, enabling the Phoenicians to transport goods like purple dye, glass, and cedar wood, which were highly sought after in the ancient world. Purple dye, for instance, was derived from the murex shellfish and was used to color royal garments. This made it a symbol of wealth and status. As they traversed the Mediterranean, the Phoenicians established numerous colonies and trading posts, from Carthage in North Africa to places as far west as Spain and as far east as Cyprus. Each colony functioned as a hub where goods could be exchanged, cultures could intermingle, and ideas could flourish. Through trade, the Phoenicians not only spread their goods, but also their cultural practices. This interaction led to the exchange of art, religion, and technology, enriching the societies they encountered. The Phoenicians were also known for their remarkable navigation skills. They relied on the stars to chart their courses, becoming adept at understanding ocean currents and winds. This knowledge enabled them to embark on long-distance voyages across uncharted waters. It is said that they were among the first to navigate the open seas with confidence, setting the stage for future explorers. Their ability to find their way across vast expanses of water not only enhanced their trading capabilities, but also contributed to geographical knowledge, which would benefit subsequent civilizations. Additionally, the Phoenician contributions to shipbuilding technology were revolutionary. They introduced innovations such as the keel, which improved the stability and speed of their vessels. They experimented with different sail designs, allowing them to harness the wind more effectively. This ingenuity transformed maritime commerce and travel, making sea routes more accessible and safe. Religion and mythology also played a significant role in Phoenician culture. Their pantheon included deities such as Baal and Astarte, who were worshipped in various temples and sanctuaries scattered throughout their cities. These religious practices often incorporated elements of trade, as offerings were made to ensure safe sea voyages and bountiful harvests. The intertwining of commerce and spirituality underscores how vital trade was to their way of life. In terms of craftsmanship, the Phoenicians excelled in various artisan skills. They were masterful at creating intricate jewelry, ceramics, and textiles, often adorned with distinctive designs that reflected their cultural heritage. The fine craftsmanship of Phoenician goods was highly coveted, making them a central part of their trade. As their influence grew, the Phoenicians became pivotal players in the politics of the Mediterranean. Their colonies often operated as independent city-states, each with its own governance, yet they maintained strong commercial ties with one another. This network of relationships allowed them to wield significant power and influence in the region. Trade agreements and alliances with neighboring cultures often provided mutual benefits, and in many cases they established themselves as intermediaries in the distribution of goods. Despite the eventual decline of Phoenician power due to conquests by other civilizations, their legacy lived on. The cultures they influenced continued to thrive, carrying forward elements of Phoenician innovation. The alphabet they developed served as a crucial stepping stone to future writing systems, ultimately shaping the languages we know today. In conclusion, the Phoenicians were not just maritime traders. They were innovators whose contributions have far-reaching implications. Through their skills in navigation and shipbuilding, they transformed maritime trade. Their alphabet revolutionized communication, impacting countless societies throughout history. With their extensive trading networks, they served as cultural bridges, connecting disparate regions and fostering the exchange of ideas and customs. The Phoenician legacy is a testament to the power of innovation and trade, showing us that the spirit of exploration and cultural exchange can truly change the world. Lemuria is one of the most intriguing concepts in the world of lost continents and ancient civilizations. This mythical land was first theorized in the mid-19th century by zoologist Philip Scott. The idea emerged as scientists attempted to explain the distribution of certain species, particularly lemurs, across the islands of Madagascar and the nearby Indian subcontinent. Scott posited that a massive landmass once existed in the Indian Ocean that could account for these similarities in fauna. The name Lemuria was derived from the lemurs themselves, as it was believed that these adorable primates must have evolved from a common ancestral species that once roamed this lost continent. The hypothesis suggested that Lemuria served as a land bridge, allowing animals to migrate between Africa and Asia. Although the theory fell by the wayside as plate tectonics and the movement of continents were better understood, Lemuria became a staple in various myths and esoteric traditions. As the idea of Lemuria spread, it gained popularity in spiritual and mystical circles. The concept of lost lands often carries with it ideas of advanced civilizations and ancient wisdom. Some today view Lemuria not just as a geographical region, but as a metaphorical embodiment of a harmonious society that lived in alignment with nature. These narratives paint a picture of a civilization that was deeply connected to the earth, flourishing in peace and enlightenment. The fascination with Lemuria didn't stop with the scientific community. Theosophists, a spiritual movement founded in the late 19th century, adopted the idea of Lemuria into their teachings. They believed Lemurians were the fourth root race of humanity, possessing superior spiritual abilities and advanced knowledge. According to their texts, these beings experienced a higher state of consciousness and a robust lifestyle that harmonized with the environment. This idea of Lemuria was embraced by many, inspiring stories, art, and spiritual seekers alike. Cultural depictions of Lemuria often link it to Atlantis, another legendary lost continent. While Atlantis is generally described as a civilization that succumbed to its hubris, Lemuria is viewed as a more serene counterpart, embodying qualities of peace and environmental stewardship. Artists throughout the ages have experimented with their interpretations of Lemuria, often portraying lush landscapes and vibrant ecosystems that reflect the harmony purportedly present in this society. Explorations of Lemuria also delve into the mystery and allure of the unknown. Locations often associated with this lost continent include the Maldives, Sri Lanka, and Madagascar itself. These areas are rich with biodiversity and serve as reminders of the planet's ability to nurture life. Legends of lost civilizations resonate deeply with our imaginations, suggesting that perhaps there was once a time when humans lived in a purer state of existence, in tune with nature and each other. As we delve deeper into the myths surrounding Lemuria, we also encounter various theories about the technology and culture these ancient inhabitants might have possessed. Stories abound of crystal-powered cities, intricate agricultural systems, and an understanding of healing that prioritized harmony with the natural world. The thought of such advanced skills raises questions about what knowledge, if any, humanity has lost over the millennia. Were the Lemurians advanced in ways that we can only dream of? What lessons could we learn from their existence? The mystery of Lemuria has not only intrigued scientists and spiritual seekers, but has also sparked a great deal of imaginative literature. Countless books and articles have been written about its rich culture and advanced technology. Authors have explored its teachings, weaving stories about Lemurian wisdom into contemporary dialogues around sustainability and consciousness. Many modern thinkers look back on the tales of Lemuria as inspiration for crafting a more harmonious coexistence with our environment. Archaeological evidence offers no concrete proof of Lemuria as a physical place, leading some to view it as a cautionary tale about the perils of speculation and myth-making. However, the allure of a lost continent persists, inviting speculative thought about how our ancestors interacted with the world around them. Could Lemuria represent values that we strive to embody today? The pursuit of knowledge, empathy towards all living beings, and a connection to the natural world are themes resonating throughout these narratives. In a rapidly changing world, the story of Lemuria becomes a powerful allegory. Questions surrounding how humanity can thrive and balance with the earth create a bridge between ancient wisdom and contemporary challenges. The tales of Lemuria encourage us to reflect on our relationship with nature, reminding us that the legends we create can help shape our reality and our impact on the planet. This mythical land stirs the imagination, inviting exploration of possibilities that go beyond the concrete and into the realm of what could have been and what could still be. By pondering the existence of such a mystical continent, we journey into the heart of human curiosity and our never-ending quest for understanding. The narratives surrounding Lemuria demonstrate the deep-seated need for connection, knowledge, and the wish to uncover the hidden aspects of our history. This enchanted land continues to inspire and beckon us to explore the mysteries of life, perhaps inviting us to discover the Lemuria within ourselves and the world we inhabit. As we rethink our position in the universe, the legends of this mythical continent remind us that we are all part of a much larger story. In the vast expanses of the Eurasian steppes, a group of fierce and formidable people called the Scythians roamed freely. These nomadic warriors are often depicted as masters of both warfare and artistry. Emerging around the 9th century BCE, they carved a remarkable legacy that echoes through history, blending their warrior spirit with an intricate appreciation for art. The Scythians primarily inhabited regions that now span parts of modern-day Ukraine, Russia, and Kazakhstan. Their lifestyle revolved around the migration patterns of their herds, relying on horses, cattle, sheep, and goats for sustenance. The vast grasslands offered an abundance of resources, allowing them to thrive in an environment that was both challenging and rewarding. Their deep connection to the land and its cycles shaped their culture, social structures, and artistic expressions. Horses were central to Scythian life. These animals were not just means of transportation. They were essential to the Scythians' identity as skilled horsemen. The Scythians perfected horseback riding, which would become a defining feature of their military prowess. Their innovations in warfare, combined with the mobility afforded by their horses, allowed them to dominate the steppe regions and engage in frequent confrontations with neighboring peoples. The skills of Scythian warriors were unmatched. They were equipped with powerful bows that were known for their accuracy and range. Archery was an integral part of their military tactics, and they used it with devastating effectiveness while riding at full gallop. This combination of speed and precision made them formidable opponents. They also utilized a variety of weapons, including spears and battle axes, allowing them to adapt to different combat situations. Despite their reputation as warriors, the Scythians were not solely focused on conflict. They possessed a rich and distinctive culture, evident in the exquisite artistry that characterized their artifacts. Scythian craftsmanship is renowned for its intricate goldwork, pottery, and textiles. Elaborate golden ornaments, belts, and arrowheads adorned their attire, showcasing their wealth and status. Such craftsmanship reflected their beliefs and values, often depicting scenes from nature, mythology, and daily life. An important aspect of Scythian culture was their burial practices. They honored their deceased with elaborate funerals, often entombing them in grand burial mounds known as kurgans. These mounds contained an array of items, including weapons, jewelry, and even horses, intended for use in the afterlife. Through these burial sites, archaeologists have uncovered a treasure trove of artifacts that have provided invaluable insights into their way of life. The Scythians also had a unique social structure. They were organized into tribal confederations, each led by a chief or king. Leadership was often determined by prowess in battle and the ability to provide for the tribe. Women held considerable status within Scythian society, with some even taking on roles as warriors themselves. The famous figure of Tamiris, a Scythian queen, is noted for her defense against the Persian Empire, exemplifying the formidable nature of women in their culture. Trade played a crucial role in the lives of the Scythians, who interacted with various cultures along the Silk Road. They exchanged goods such as horses, furs, and textiles for products like metals and luxury items from settled civilizations. This exchange not only enriched their material culture, but also facilitated cultural exchange, leading to the fusion of ideas, art styles, and technologies. As the centuries passed, the Scythians faced pressure from expanding empires, such as the Persians, and later the Macedonian Empire under Alexander the Great. Their lifestyle began to shift, blending with other cultures and evolving due to these influences. The pressure of conquest and integration transformed their identities, yet the mark of the Scythians remained etched in history. The legacy of the Scythians is still felt today. They represent a unique chapter in the vast story of human civilization, a testament to the achievements of nomadic peoples who thrived in adversity. Their tales of fierce warriors, skilled artisans, and unique cultural practices continue to fascinate historians and enthusiasts alike, inviting further exploration and appreciation of their dynamic way of life. In the end, the Scythians encapsulate a spirit of resilience and adaptability, showing how cultural richness can emerge even in the face of constant change. Their history serves as a reminder of the importance of understanding diverse cultures and the narratives that intertwine throughout our shared past, illuminating the vast tapestry of human experience. The Vinca culture, a fascinating and enigmatic civilization, flourished between approximately 5700 and 4500 BCE in the regions of modern-day Serbia, Romania, and Hungary. This culture is recognized for its remarkable achievements in several fields, including agriculture, pottery, and metallurgy. However, perhaps one of its most intriguing aspects is the writing system attributed to it, often referred to as the Vinca script, which stands as one of the earliest forms of writing in human history. Discovered in the early 20th century in the archaeological site of Vinca Bello Brodo, near the banks of the Danube River, the symbols that make up the Vinca script have sparked considerable interest among historians and archaeologists. Although these symbols share some characteristics with later scripts, their meaning remains elusive, contributing to the ongoing mystery of the Vinca culture. The Vinca symbols are primarily found on pottery, figurines, and various artifacts, often appearing as simple geometric shapes or stylized depictions of objects. Some symbols resemble characters we might recognize from modern writing systems, while others are unique and do not have any known counterparts. This variety suggests a complex system of representation that might have served multiple purposes, including record-keeping, storytelling, or even ritual activities. The context of the Vinca culture is essential to understanding the potential uses of their writing system. Vinca people were skilled agriculturalists who cultivated crops such as wheat and barley, as well as domesticated animals like pigs and cattle. Their ability to sustain large communities may have necessitated a form of communication that allowed them to keep track of resources, trade, and social interactions. This need for organization and record-keeping could be one reason why they developed a system of writing. Archaeologists have discovered several artifacts inscribed with these symbols across different sites, each offering clues to the Vinca way of life. For instance, a large number of figurines and pottery shards feature these markings, suggesting that they might have been used to convey messages or denote ownership. Some experts propose that they could even represent elements of their spiritual beliefs or societal structure, indicating a deeper cultural significance. Despite extensive research, the Vinca script remains undeciphered. Linguists and specialists have plowed through thousands of symbols in hopes of unraveling their meanings, but the absence of comparative scripts makes this task exceptionally challenging. Unlike other ancient writing systems like cuneiform or hieroglyphs, which benefit from a lineage of subsequent scripts, the Vinca script lacks a clear progression that might have provided insights into its interpretation. The situation is complicated further by the fact that much of what we know about the Vinca culture is pieced together through material evidence. Since the civilization did not leave behind any inscriptions on durable materials such as stone or metal, the symbols found on clay artifacts are all that remains. This lack of context limits the understanding of the script's practical applications and its societal implications. Interestingly, some researchers have ventured into the realm of speculation regarding the potential meanings behind the symbols. A few theories suggest they might represent a form of proto-writing, where each symbol corresponds to a concept or object rather than a phonetic sound. Others posit that they might be similar to modern-day pictograms, conveying messages through imagery rather than words. This has led to intriguing interpretations of the symbols, with some people theorizing that they could depict agricultural practices, weather patterns, or even social hierarchies. The allure of the Vinca script extends beyond its historical significance. Modern technology, such as digital imaging and analysis, is bringing new avenues for investigation. Researchers are using these tools to analyze the symbols in greater detail, searching for patterns or repetitions that might lead to breakthroughs in understanding. This merging of ancient history and modern technology holds promise for future discoveries. As we look to the past, the Vinca culture and its script invite us to ponder the complexities of human communication. The development of writing is one of humanity's greatest achievements, marking a pivotal shift from oral to written traditions. The Vinca people, whose signs hint at their thoughts and experiences, remind us of the power of symbols and how they can shape our collective memory. Future studies of the Vinca script might reveal more about the people who created it, their daily lives, and the society they formed. This ongoing investigation exemplifies the timeless human quest for understanding and knowledge. Each small advancement in deciphering the Vinca script contributes to a larger narrative about our beginnings as a species. Ultimately, the enduring mystery of the Vinca culture and its writing system highlights the richness of human history and our unending desire to connect through language, even when the words remain unread. The Akkadian Empire, often celebrated as the world's first ancient empire, emerged in the heart of Mesopotamia around 2334 BCE. It is well known for its remarkable achievements in administration, culture, and military prowess. Established by Sargon of Akkad, this empire marked a significant transition from a collection of independent city-states to a centralized political entity. Sargon, a visionary leader, united various city-states, such as Uruk and Lagash, under his rule. His military campaigns stretched from the Persian Gulf to the Mediterranean, showcasing the empire's impressive reach. One of the striking features of the Akkadian Empire was its innovative administrative system. The Sumerians, who dominated the region prior to the Akkadian rise, had established sophisticated city-state governments. Sargon built on this foundation, implementing new systems of governance that allowed for efficient control over vast territories. He installed governors in key cities, ensuring loyalty and maintaining order. This administrative framework was crucial for managing resources and facilitating trade across the empire. The Akkadian Empire is also renowned for its cultural innovations. The Akkadians adopted and adapted many Sumerian deities, creating a rich tapestry of religious practices. They used cuneiform, the earliest known form of writing, to record their achievements, laws, and literature. This development enabled the preservation of knowledge and culture, influencing subsequent civilizations in the region. The famous Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the oldest literary works in history, reflects the deep cultural roots of this era. Art flourished within the empire, with remarkable sculpture and relief work showcasing the accomplishments of its leaders. Statues, seals, and bas-reliefs depicted the strength and divinity of the rulers, while also portraying everyday life in vibrant detail. The empire's capital, Akkad, became a hub of artistic expression, attracting skilled artisans from across Mesopotamia. However, the Akkadian Empire's success was not to last indefinitely. Several factors contributed to its eventual decline. Internal strife, including power struggles and rebellions, weakened the central authority that Sargon had established. The vastness of the empire posed major logistical challenges in terms of communication, resource distribution, and maintaining military control over distant territories. Additionally, the Akkadian period faced environmental challenges. Archaeological studies suggest that a significant drought occurred around 2200 BCE, which severely impacted agriculture, the lifeblood of Mesopotamian civilization. As crops failed and food shortages became rampant, social unrest grew among the populace, further destabilizing the empire. The final blow to the Akkadian Empire came in the form of external invasions. Groups such as the Gutians, a mountain tribe, began to encroach on Akkadian territory, taking advantage of the empire's weakened state. The Gutians were known for their fierce warrior culture, and their incursions led to widespread chaos and the eventual fall of the Akkadian cities. By around 2154 BCE, the great empire that had once flourished in the cradle of civilization began to crumble. The city of Akkad itself fell into decline, becoming a shadow of its former glory. However, even as the empire disintegrated, its legacy lived on. The cultural and administrative advancements of the Akkadian Empire laid the groundwork for subsequent civilizations, such as the Babylonian and Assyrian empires. In conclusion, the rise and fall of the Akkadian Empire exemplify the complexity of ancient civilizations. From its ambitious beginnings under Sargon to its eventual decline due to internal conflict and environmental challenges, the story of the Akkadian Empire encapsulates the broader themes of human history: ambition, innovation, struggle, and resilience. The achievements of this early empire resonate through time, influencing countless generations that followed, reminding us of the enduring impact of ancient cultures and their ability to shape the world. Through exploration and discovery, we continue to glean insights from the past, ensuring that the spirit of the Akkadian Empire informs our understanding of civilization today. The Meroitic script is one of the most intriguing and enigmatic writing systems in history, linked to the ancient kingdom of Kush, which thrived in what is now Sudan. This civilization flourished from approximately the 8th century BCE to the 4th century CE and had a profound impact on the culture and history of the region. The Meroitic script offers a fascinating glimpse into the thoughts, practices, and daily lives of the people of Kush, yet its secrets remain partially concealed, making it a tantalizing puzzle for historians and linguists alike. Discovered in the ruins of the ancient city of Meroe, the Meroitic script comes in two distinct forms: hieroglyphic and cursive. The hieroglyphic version was typically used for inscriptions on monuments, temples, and other significant structures, reflecting the grandeur of Kushite culture and religion. In contrast, the cursive form was utilized for everyday writing, often on materials such as papyrus. This division echoes other ancient cultures, like the Egyptians, who employed distinct scripts for formal and informal uses. What makes the Meroitic script particularly captivating is that, despite extensive archaeological findings, Much of its decoding remains elusive. Scholars have made significant strides since the script was first identified in the early 19th century by Europeans studying Egyptian hieroglyphs, yet many symbols and their meanings continue to be subjects of debate and investigation. Unlike some ancient scripts which were deciphered through bilingual texts or well-documented historical references, Meroitic lacks substantial parallel texts that might help experts unlock its full meaning. Researchers believe the Meroitic script represents a unique language. However, the precise relationship between Meroitic and other ancient languages, such as Egyptian, is still under exploration. Some theories propose that Meroitic is part of the Nilo-Saharan language family, while other linguists suggest it may bear influences from languages spoken by contemporary groups. The debate over its classification adds another layer to the mystery surrounding this intriguing script. The symbols of the Meroitic script themselves are compelling. The hieroglyphs consist of a series of characters that can represent sounds, syllables, or whole words, similar to Egyptian hieroglyphs. Cursive Meroitic, while more fluid and simplified, also shares many of these characters. While some symbols are understood, representing common words or concepts, others remain obscure and challenge researchers' efforts to construct comprehensive translations of Meroitic texts. Archaeological evidence suggests that the Kushites were prolific writers. Numerous inscriptions, monuments, and artifacts adorned with Meroitic script have been unearthed, often related to royal decrees or religious rites. For instance, in the royal cemetery of Meroe, where many ancient kings and queens were buried, inscriptions detailing lineage, accomplishments, and religious devotion offer both a historical narrative and a reflection of belief systems held by the Kushites. One particularly striking aspect of Meroitic inscriptions is their connection to the powerful role of women in Kushite society. Kingship in Kush was not solely a male prerogative. Queens often held significant power and played crucial roles in governance and religious practices. The presence of female rulers, such as the famous Candace or Candace, exemplifies the prominent position women held, and this is often reflected in the inscriptions where their names and deeds are celebrated. This emphasis on women's contributions in the Meroitic text suggests a society that recognized and revered feminine strength, an insightful point reflecting on gender roles in ancient times. Numerous theories about decoding Meroitic continue to evolve. Some scholars employ modern linguistic techniques, comparative analysis with related languages, and even technological advancements in digital imaging to enhance their understanding. The technology available today allows researchers to analyze artifacts from different angles, revealing subtle details that previous generations might have overlooked. In addition to the academic pursuits, the mystique of the Meroitic script has captured the imaginations of writers, artists, and enthusiasts all over the world. Documentaries and books often depict the script as a window into an ancient world rich with stories, adventures, and a culture that combined influences from Africa, the Middle East, and beyond. The allure of this lost language inspires both the scholarly community and the public, fueling dreams of future discoveries that might enlighten our understanding of this mysterious civilization. As ongoing research seeks to unpack the complexities of the Meroitic script, it acts as a reminder of the imperative to preserve and explore the writing systems of all cultures. Each script tells a story of its people, their achievements, struggles, and aspirations. Delving into the Meroitic script serves as a bridge connecting modern society with the echoes of a kingdom that once thrived in the shadows of the mighty Nile. The ongoing efforts will surely lead to greater insights into the script's meanings, and perhaps, little by little, the hidden messages of the Kushite civilization will be revealed to us. For now, the Meroitic script remains a testament to the enduring enigma of human communication, inviting us to uncover its layers and marvel at the stories yet to be told. As researchers continue to delve into its depths, who knows what revelations might soon emerge, illuminating this captivating chapter of ancient history. Tartessos is a name that echoes through the corridors of ancient history, capturing the imagination with tales of wealth, trade, and lost civilizations. The city is often described as one of the earliest urban centers in the Iberian Peninsula, and has been a subject of fascination for historians and archaeologists alike. Its story is woven into the fabric of ancient texts, most notably those of Herodotus, the father of history. According to Herodotus, who lived in the 5th century BCE, Tartessos was located near the mouth of the Guadalquivir River in present-day southern Spain. His accounts paint a picture of a vibrant city rich in resources, trading in metals such as gold, silver, and tin. This wealth attracted traders and adventurers from various parts of the Mediterranean, making Tartessos an essential commercial hub. Imagine bustling markets, where goods from distant lands were exchanged, creating a melting pot of cultures and ideas. The legend of Tartessos has its roots in the interactions between the ancient Greeks and the indigenous Iberian peoples. The Greeks viewed Tartessos as a land of opportunity, a place where rivers flowed with precious metals and luxury items. They spoke of its opulent palace roofs, adorned with gold, endless supplies of silver, and vast agricultural lands that flourished under the Iberian sun. The descriptions served not just to inform but to inspire other cultures, inciting quests for wealth and discovery. However, the historical reality of Tartessos remains shrouded in mystery. Many scholars debate its exact location, with various theories proposing sites along the Guadalquivir River, near present-day cities such as Sevilla and Huelva. Over the years, archaeological investigations have been conducted in search of physical evidence. Excavations at sites like the ancient town of Saleno have revealed artifacts that hint at a complex society engaged in trade and craftsmanship. Pottery, tools, and metalwork discovered in these digs echo the descriptions found in classical texts, yet they also raise new questions about the relationship between Tartessos and surrounding cultures. Throughout its existence, Tartessos seemed to have thrived on its strategic location. Positioned at a crossroads between Europe and Africa, it facilitated trade routes that extended towards the great civilizations of the Mediterranean, including Phoenicia and Greece. The Phoenicians, known for their maritime prowess, were among the first to establish trade connections with Tartessos, bringing goods like textiles and exotic items in exchange for metals. The trade dynamics of Tartessos reflected the era's economic realities. The influx of wealth transformed the city, fostering urban development and luxurious lifestyles. Archaeological evidence suggests that the inhabitants enjoyed a high quality of life, with amenities that showcase their prosperity. Remnants of elaborate burial sites indicate that even in death, the people of Tartessos sought to honor their status and wealth. Rituals surrounding death were often elaborate, suggesting strong beliefs in the afterlife and the importance of societal standing. Yet, the tale of Tartessos is not solely one of prosperity. As with many ancient cities, the equilibrium of wealth and resources was precarious. The city faced challenges from both internal strife and external threats. Natural disasters such as flooding or droughts may have negatively impacted agricultural productivity, weakening the city's economic foundation. Additionally, the rise of competing powers in the region, coupled with changing trade routes, might have contributed to its decline. By the end of the first millennium BCE, narratives of Tartessos began to fade. The once bustling city appeared to vanish from historical records, leading to a multitude of theories and speculations. Some suggest that the city was abandoned due to environmental changes or invasions, while others propose that the Tartessians integrated into neighboring communities, losing their distinct identity. Despite its disappearance, the allure of Tartessos has continued to inspire many, from historians to treasure hunters. The legends surrounding this ancient city have fostered a deep curiosity about what might lie beneath the Iberian soil, waiting to be uncovered. Explorers armed with metal detectors and archaeologists equipped with modern tools strive to bridge the gap between myth and reality, seeking the truth of the city that time seemingly forgot. Today, the concept of Tartessos challenges our understanding of history. It serves as a reminder of the complexities of trade, culture, and human resilience in the face of adversity. The story of Tartessos is not just about a city. It embodies the rich tapestry of human civilizations, their connections, and the enduring quest for meaning and prosperity. As we reflect on the legends, the archaeological findings, and the cultural exchanges that shape Tartessos, it becomes clear that this lost city is more than a mere footnote in history. It is a symbol of the enduring human spirit, a reminder that in seeking wealth and connection, we forge a legacy that can outlast the ages, whether through stone and metal or through the stories passed down through generations. With every discovery, we inch closer to illuminating the shadowy past, allowing the whispers of Tartessos to resonate in the world once more. The desire to understand our predecessors continues to drive exploration and inquiry, revealing that the lessons of ancient civilizations remain as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. The Nabateans were an ancient civilization whose remarkable achievements still capture our imagination today. Nestled between the Arabian Desert and the Mediterranean, they emerged as formidable traders around the 4th century BCE. Their most famous contribution is Petra, a breathtaking rock-carved city that stands as a testament to their ingenuity and resilience. The Nabateans were renowned for their ability to thrive in a challenging environment. They inhabited a region that was inhospitable in many ways, yet they transformed it into a thriving trade center. The location of Petra was strategic, as it lay along crucial trade routes connecting the east and west. This position allowed them to control and facilitate the trade of various goods, including spices, silk, and precious metals, creating immense wealth for their society. One of the hallmarks of Nabatean society was their exceptional skills in water management. Living in a desert environment, they had to be resourceful. They developed intricate systems of aqueducts and cisterns that allowed them to harness and conserve water. Rainfall was scarce, but the Nabateans made the most of what they had. By creating storage systems and utilizing gravity, they ensured a consistent water supply for both their people and agricultural endeavors. Petra itself is an architectural marvel. The city's facades were carved directly into the rose-red sandstone cliffs, creating stunning structures that reflect both utility and artistry. The most iconic of these is Al-Khazne, or the Treasury, which boasts intricate carvings and is frequently depicted in photographs and films. It's hard not to marvel at the skill and vision required to create such a masterpiece over 2,000 years ago. Beyond the impressive architecture, the Nabateans were also astute marketers. They engaged in trade with various cultures, from the Romans to the Chinese. This interaction allowed them to absorb different artistic influences, evident in their pottery, sculptures, and jewelry. Their craftsmen were skilled in blending styles, creating objects that were not only functional but also beautiful. Such artifacts tell the story of a civilization that was both rooted in its distinct culture and open to external influences. Another fascinating aspect of the Nabatean lifestyle was their religious practices. They worshipped a pantheon of gods, many of whom were associated with natural elements like water and fertility. Temples were constructed to honor these deities, showcasing elaborate carvings and altars. The Nabateans believed in the power of nature, seeing their environment as sacred. This connection to the land further demonstrates their adaptability and reverence for the world around them. The world of the Nabateans was also deeply connected to their trade networks. Markets in Petra bustled with traders from different regions, each bringing their unique goods, stories, and cultures. Archaeological findings reveal a plethora of items that traveled through this ancient city, including incense, textiles, and glassware. The convergence of peoples and ideas created an atmosphere of cultural richness and innovation. As time passed, the Nabateans faced challenges that tested their resilience. The rise of new trade routes and shifting political landscapes weakened their control over commerce. By the 2nd century CE, their prominence began to decline. However, their legacy is far from forgotten. Petra was rediscovered in the early 19th century and has since become a UNESCO World Heritage Site, attracting visitors from around the globe curious to learn about this remarkable civilization. Today, the story of the Nabateans continues to inspire awe. Their ability to thrive in a desolate environment, their remarkable engineering feats, and their unique blend of artistry and trade exemplify human ingenuity. Petra remains a symbol of their achievements, standing as a reminder of what can be accomplished with creativity, determination, and a deep connection to the land. Exploring the history of the Nabateans offers insights into a civilization that, although it flourished over 2 millennia ago, continues to resonate with us today. They remind us that adaptability and cooperation can lead to extraordinary achievements. The echoes of their past reverberate through the ages, encouraging us to embrace our own challenges with creativity and resilience. So as we reflect on their story, let us also consider the ways in which we can learn from their legacy in our own unique journeys through life. The Illyrians were a group of ancient tribes that inhabited the Western Balkans, an area encompassing modern-day countries like Albania, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Montenegro, and parts of Serbia. They lived in a region that was incredibly rich in natural resources, dominated by rugged mountains, lush valleys, and a beautiful coastline along the Adriatic Sea. This picturesque landscape not only influenced their way of life, but also made them formidable adversaries to anyone who sought to conquer their land. The history of the Illyrians is somewhat shrouded in mystery. Our understanding of them comes from a mixture of archaeological finds, ancient texts written by Greeks and Romans, and modern interpretations of these sources. Because they did not leave behind a written record of their own, much of what we know is pieced together from other cultures that encountered them. The Illyrians were known for their warrior culture. They were skilled fighters, adept at using a variety of weapons, including the spear, sword, and large shields. Their warriors often fought unencumbered in battle, reflecting their belief in personal valor and bravery. For the Illyrians, honor on the battlefield was paramount, with their leaders often being chosen based on both lineage and martial prowess. One of the standout features of Illyrian society was their complex tribal structure. The Illyrians were not a single unified group, but rather a constellation of tribes, each with its own customs and territories. Some of the more well-known tribes included the Ardii, the Liburnians, and the Dardanians. This tribal organization fostered a fierce sense of independence and loyalty among members, which would become a significant factor in their interactions with neighboring cultures. The Illyrians also engaged in trade with other civilizations, particularly the Greeks. Coastal tribes established trade routes across the Adriatic Sea, exchanging goods such as olive oil, wine, and pottery. Through these interactions, they adopted elements of Greek culture, including language and religious beliefs, while still maintaining their indigenous practices. The gradual influence of the Greeks on Illyrian culture can be seen in archaeological artifacts, such as pottery that showcases classical Greek designs merged with Illyrian styles. Despite their interactions with the Greeks, the Illyrians faced the increasing pressure of expansionist powers, notably the Romans. As Rome grew more powerful, it began to turn its attention to the Balkans. The Illyrians mounted fierce resistance against Roman incursions, with notable examples of this defiance, including the conflicts led by their chieftain, Baton, in the 1st century BCE. Baton managed to unite various tribes under his leadership, rallying them against the invading Roman legions. These battles exemplified the Illyrians' resilience and determination to protect their homeland. Throughout the Roman campaigns in the region, the Illyrians displayed a remarkable capacity for guerrilla warfare, utilizing their knowledge of the formidable terrain to ambush and outmaneuver larger Roman forces. While they ultimately could not withstand the might of the Roman Empire forever, their early resistance set a tone for regional identities that would endure long after their tribes were subdued. As the Romans established control over the Illyrian territories, they began to assimilate various aspects of Illyrian culture into their own framework. The Romans recognized the value of the region's resources and established new cities, incorporating locals into administrative roles. However, even under Roman rule, traces of Illyrian culture persisted, particularly in customs and local governance. The legacy of the Illyrians lies not only in their cultural contributions, but also in the spirit of resistance they embodied. Their fierce independence and determination influenced the subsequent populations of the Balkans. The distinct identity and pride that characterized the Illyrian tribes continued to resonate throughout history, shaping the cultural and national narratives of the peoples in the region today. Despite centuries of foreign rule and influence, modern nations in the Balkans take pride in their diverse heritage, with aspects of Illyrian history often celebrated as a foundational element of national identity. Archaeological sites, artifacts, and even linguistic remnants remain tangible reminders of a people who once inhabited these lands. In addition to their warrior prowess and cultural activities, the Illyrians also had unique religious practices, often centered around nature and various deities connected to the earth, sky, and water. Their spirituality highlighted their deep connection to their environment, as they venerated mountains, rivers, and trees, believing these entities housed divine spirits. The remnants of Illyrian culture, evident through place names, local traditions, and even some linguistic influences, continue to pique the interest of historians, archaeologists, and enthusiasts alike. As researchers delve deeper into the past, they reveal new aspects of life in ancient Illyria, shedding light on the complexity of a culture that was resilient in the face of change and adversity. The study of the Illyrians invites us to reflect on the concept of identity, resilience, and the ways cultures adapt, while preserving their uniqueness amidst external pressures. Their story serves as a reminder of the enduring spirit of communities, the rich tapestry of human history, and the layers of culture that contribute to our understanding of the world. Exploring the life of the Illyrians allows us to appreciate not just the past, but also how it continues to shape the present in the Balkans and beyond. The Illyrians, an ancient enigma, stand as a testament to the power of a culture that faced significant challenges, yet left an indelible mark on history. The Kerma culture is one of the most fascinating subjects when examining the history of ancient Nubia, situated in what is now modern-day Sudan. This culture thrived from approximately 2500 BC to 1500 BC, predating the rise of the more widely known Kushite civilization. The Kerma culture is essential for understanding the early complexities of societal structures, trade networks, and cultural practices in North Africa. At the heart of Kerma culture is the city of Kerma itself, which served as a major urban center. Archaeological excavations at Kerma have revealed a wealth of information about the people who live there. The layout of the city indicates a level of sophistication with planned streets, organized neighborhoods, and impressive architecture. The buildings were often constructed with mud bricks, showcasing both practicality and artistry. The Grand Kerma, with its massive earthen mounds and burial sites, suggests that the city was not just a commercial hub, but also a significant spiritual center. The people of Kerma were skilled artisans, and their craftwork reflects a deep understanding of materials and techniques. Pottery from this period is often decorated with intricate designs, showcasing both utility and artistic expression. The use of gold and semi-precious stones in jewelry indicates a society that valued adornment and status, highlighting the importance of material culture in their everyday life. Furthermore, the presence of finely crafted weapons points to a society that was not only prosperous but also prepared for conflict. Trade played a vital role in the development of the Kerma culture. Positioned along important trade routes, the people engaged in commerce with neighboring regions, including Egypt. They traded vast amounts of goods, including gold, ivory, and exotic animal products, which were highly sought after in the ancient world. This trade network allowed Kerma to prosper and become a point of cultural exchange between different civilizations. Interestingly, the Kerma culture also had a significant agricultural base, utilizing the fertile lands along the Nile River. They cultivated crops like barley and wheat, which were essential for sustaining their population. The farming methods employed by the Kerma were innovative for their time, and they utilized irrigation techniques that maximized the productivity of their lands. This agricultural success enabled their society to grow and maintain a stable food supply. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Kerma culture is their burial practices, which offer insights into their beliefs and social structures. The Kerma people buried their elite members in large, elaborate tombs, often accompanied by rich grave goods. These tombs have been well preserved, revealing not only items of daily life but also objects of significant cultural importance. The presence of figurines and offerings indicates a belief in an afterlife where such items were thought to be beneficial. The burial customs reflect a society that had complex spiritual beliefs and a strong sense of identity. Moreover, the Kerma culture exhibited a unique form of governance that distinguished it from other early societies. Archaeological evidence shows that the leadership was likely organized through a system of chieftains or kings who held authority over different regions. This hierarchical structure allowed for organized public works and coordinated responses to both internal and external challenges. It signifies that the Kerma people had a well-defined political system, which contributed to their ability to maintain stability and social order. In terms of interactions with neighboring civilizations, the relationship between Kerma and Egypt is particularly noteworthy. The Kerma culture flourished during a time when Egypt was consolidating its power, leading to both competition and cooperation. Evidence of trade and occasional conflict reveals a dynamic between the two cultures, with the Kerma often recognized as rivals. Egyptian records from this time mention the Nubians, often portraying them as formidable adversaries. This interplay of cultures adds another layer to the understanding of ancient societies and their interactions. The eventual decline of the Kerma culture around 1500 BC marked a significant transition in the region. The rise of the new kingdom in Egypt led to increased military incursions into Nubia, ultimately leading to the incorporation of the region into the Egyptian Empire. However, the legacy of Kerma has continued to influence the subsequent Kushite civilization, which adopted several cultural elements from Kerma, ensuring that the contributions of the Kerma people would not be forgotten. Today, the study of the Kerma culture is essential for historians and archaeologists seeking to understand the complexities of ancient Nubian society. Excavations continue to unearth artifacts that tell the story of a civilization rich in creativity, commerce, and cultural expression. The Kerma culture serves as a window into the past, revealing the intricate tapestry of life along the Nile, long before the grandeur of ancient Egypt. As we learn more about the heritage of the Kerma culture, it becomes increasingly clear that it played a pivotal role in shaping the history of Nubia and its relationship with neighboring cultures. The advancements, achievements, and cultural expressions of the Kerma people resonate even today, reminding us of the importance of ancient civilizations in the broader narrative of human history. The excavation of its history deepens our appreciation for the vast and diverse legacies that communities like those of Kerma have left behind. The Canary Islands, a beautiful archipelago off the northwest coast of Africa, are renowned for their stunning landscapes, rich biodiversity, and unique culture. However, one of the most fascinating aspects of this region lies not just in its natural beauty, but in the mystery of its original inhabitants, the Guanches. These people lived on the islands long before the arrival of the Spanish in the 15th century, and their stories, history, and origins remain shrouded in intrigue. The Guanches were primarily found on Tenerife, Gran Canaria, La Palma, La Gomera, and El Hierro. Each island had its own distinct culture, although there were many similarities among them. The Guanches are often described as tall and robust, with light skin and straight hair, differing dramatically from the other indigenous populations of North Africa. This leads us to one of the central mysteries surrounding the Guanches. Where did they come from? Some historians believe they may have originated from North Africa, specifically from the Berber tribes of Morocco. This theory is supported by linguistic similarities between the Guanche language and the Berber languages still spoken today. Others speculate that they could have come from the Iberian Peninsula, brought to the islands as part of ancient waves of migration. One particularly captivating element of Guanche culture is their mummification practices. On the islands of Tenerife and Gran Canaria, archaeological sites have uncovered mummies that exhibit intricate embalming techniques. This method was somewhat reminiscent of ancient Egyptian practices, which raises intriguing questions about the connections between seemingly disparate cultures across geography and time. The Guanches believed in an afterlife and took great care to prepare their dead for this journey. When a prominent figure died, the body was often mummified and placed in a cave or tomb, surrounded by items that would serve them in the next world. The Guanche way of life was deeply connected to agriculture and livestock. They cultivated crops such as barley and wheat, as well as raising sheep and goats, which provided them with a source of food and materials for clothing and shelter. They also excelled in pottery, with intricate designs that tell stories of their lives and beliefs. The remains of their settlements indicate that they built homes out of natural materials, using caves and stone structures to create living spaces that harmonize with their environment. Much about the Guanches remains a mystery, especially their religious beliefs. They practiced a form of animism, revering natural elements such as mountains and the sun, which they believed held spiritual significance. The Guanches worshipped gods and goddesses that represented various aspects of their world. Some of their rituals included offerings to these deities, reflecting a profound respect for nature and the life it provided. When the Spanish arrived in the 15th century, the Guanches faced severe changes to their way of life. The conquest was brutal, and the indigenous people struggled against the invaders who sought to colonize the islands. Despite their resistance, the Guanches ultimately could not maintain their independence and faced a significant population decline due to warfare, disease, and assimilation into the Spanish culture. Even today, the legacy of the Guanches can be seen on the Canary Islands as their memory endures through local folklore, place names, and some surviving traditions. Their story is a reminder of the rich tapestry of human history, interwoven with exploration, conquest, and survival. Tales of brave leaders, fierce battles, and the mystical elements of Guanche mythology still resonate in the hearts of the islanders. Exploring the Guanches further reveals how their past continues to influence present-day Canarias. Annual festivals celebrate their heritage, and archaeological discoveries still emerge, offering bits of new information to help piece together their enigmatic history. The Guanches culture, from rituals to language, still inspires pride among the locals, emphasizing resilience in the face of cultural erasure. The mystery of the Guanches intrigues historians and anthropologists alike, sparking ongoing research. Each discovery sheds light on this ancient population's life, bringing along questions about identity, heritage, and the human experience in a world filled with change. Just as the waves continue to wash upon the shores of the Canary Islands, the mysteries of the Guanches beckon us to explore, understand, and appreciate the unique history of these islands and their remarkable first inhabitants. In sum, the Guanches represent a fascinating chapter in the story of the Canary Islands. Their origins may remain unclear, but their influence can still be felt today, prompting exploration of ancestry, culture, and the eternal quest to uncover the secrets of our past. As we continue to delve into the history of the Guanches, we gain insights not just into the lives of these ancient people, but also into the ways cultures adapt, survive, and ultimately shape the world around them. In this quest for knowledge, the echoes of the Guanches remind us of the importance of understanding our historical roots and the diverse stories that contribute to the fabric of human civilization. The Muisca Confederation was a significant socio-political entity that thrived in the highlands of present-day Colombia prior to the arrival of Spanish conquistadors in the 16th century. This confederation was composed of various tribes, including the Bacata, known today as Bogota, and others like the Zipas of Bacata and the Zaque of Hunza. Together, they formed a complex society with a rich culture that influenced the surrounding regions. The Muisca are perhaps best known for their connection to the legendary city of El Dorado, a term that means the Gilded One. This legend originated from a ceremony that took place at the Lake of Guatavita, which was central to the Muisca's gold rituals. According to tradition, a new leader would be covered in gold dust and would then travel to the center of the lake to offer treasures of gold, emeralds, and other precious items as gifts to the gods. This ritual was not only a display of wealth, but also a deep spiritual act that indicated the leader's connection to both their people and the divine. Gold held a significant place in Muisca culture, symbolizing the sun and prosperity. The craftsmen of the Muisca were skilled artisans, creating intricate jewelry and other ornaments that showcased their superb metallurgical skills. They utilized a technique called tumbaga, an alloy of gold and copper, which granted their creations a unique aesthetic appeal. Many artifacts have been uncovered by archaeologists, revealing not only the artistry, but also the Muisca's sophisticated understanding of techniques that allowed them to manipulate metals to create beautiful and meaningful objects. The social structure of the Muisca Confederation was hierarchical, with leaders known as Zipas and Zaques guiding various communities. The Zipa was the ruler of Bacata, while the Zaque ruled over the northern territories. These leaders were not merely political figures. They were also vital religious figures whose role included performing rituals and making decisions that influenced the welfare of their people. The Muisca society emphasized the importance of communal decision-making, with councils where leaders and elders would come together to discuss issues and policies that affected their communities. Trade was essential to Muisca life, connecting them with other civilizations in the region, including the Tairona and the Tairona tribes. They traded goods such as textiles, ceramics, and, notably, gold. The Muisca used their geographic location advantageously, traversing the Andes Mountains and the valleys below to facilitate exchange. Their economy thrived on agriculture, with maize, potatoes, and quinoa being staples in their diet. They developed advanced farming techniques such as terrace farming, allowing them to manage the mountainous terrain effectively. The Muisca religious beliefs were deeply intertwined with their daily lives. They worshipped multiple deities representing various natural forces, including the moon and the sun, which were central to their cosmology. Sacred sites, scattered throughout the region, served as locations for rituals and offerings. One notable site is the Sun Temple of Nemequine, a place where ceremonies honoring the sun god were conducted to ensure bountiful harvests. The spiritual practices of the Muisca were richly woven into the fabric of their society, reinforcing their connection to nature and the divine. As time passed, the arrival of the Spanish led to significant changes in the Muisca way of life. Faced with foreign diseases, oppression, and cultural encroachment, the Muisca Confederation began to fracture. Despite the challenges brought by the conquistadors, traces of Muisca culture remained prominent. Their traditions transformed, but survived in various forms, influencing modern Colombian culture even today. The story of the Muisca Confederation continues to fascinate historians and archaeologists alike. They serve as a reminder of a time when complex societies thrived in the Americas, with rich traditions that highlighted the ingenuity and resilience of people. The tales of El Dorado and the rituals that once blanketed the highlands of Colombia offer a glimpse into a strikingly vibrant civilization that had its own profound understanding of life, leadership, and spirituality. Today, the legacy of the Muisca can be seen in the ongoing cultural celebrations, artistic expressions, and archaeological findings that tell the story of these remarkable people. Efforts to preserve and honor Muisca heritage are essential, not only in protecting their history, but also in celebrating the rich tapestry of diversity that characterizes Colombian culture as a whole. The Muisca serve as a powerful testament to the importance of remembrance, showcasing how the past continues to shape identities and communities in the modern world. Through their continued appreciation of the Muisca, individuals can connect to a vibrant history and embrace the wisdom of those who walked the land long before them. Deep in the heart of Anatolia, nestled along the southwestern coast of modern-day Turkey, lived a remarkable people known as the Lycians. These ancient warriors flourished in a region graced by stunning landscapes, rugged mountains, and a coastline that kissed the turquoise waters of the Mediterranean Sea. The Lycians were not just known for their prowess in battle, but also for their distinctive cultural practices, particularly their funerary architecture, which tells a fascinating story of their beliefs and social structures. The Lycians were a fierce and resilient people, often described as skilled warriors. However, their strength was not just in their ability to wield weapons. Their strategic minds and knowledge of the rugged terrain gave them an edge in both defense and attack. The challenging landscapes of Lycia, with its steep cliffs and narrow valleys, provided natural fortifications. This allowed the Lycians to engage invaders on their own terms, using the environment to their advantage. Their ability to adapt and innovate in warfare made them a formidable presence in the region. But what truly sets the Lycians apart is their extraordinary approach to honoring their dead. Unlike many of their contemporaries, the Lycians deviated from the traditional practice of burial in the ground. Instead, they constructed elaborate tombs carved into the cliffs and mountainsides, creating a breathtaking landscape dotted with monumental structures. These rock-cut tombs, adorned with intricate reliefs and carvings, stand as a testament to their artistic skills and spiritual beliefs. One of the most iconic examples of Lycian funerary architecture is the tomb known as the Lion Tomb, which is found near the city of Xanthos. This tomb features a striking representation of a lion, symbolizing strength and courage, which reflected the warrior ethos of the Lycians. The facade of these tombs often resembled miniature temples, showcasing columns and pediments that mirrored the architectural styles of the grand structures of their time. The tombs served not only as final resting places, but also as a means of asserting status and identity. Wealthy families often commissioned grander tombs to showcase their importance within the community. This emphasizes their culture's emphasis on social hierarchy. The more intricate and larger the tomb, the more influential the individual was considered to be. This fascination with funerary architecture reveals much about Lycian society, where death was seen as a transition to another realm rather than an end. In addition to their impressive tombs, the Lycians also practiced a unique form of burial known as sarcophagi, which are stone coffins often elaborately decorated and placed in prominent locations. These sarcophagi, unlike traditional graves, were visible to the living, allowing the deceased to continue being a part of the community even after death. This practice highlights their enduring connection to their ancestors and the importance of communal bonds, which extended beyond the grave. The Lycians were also known for their intricate mosaics and pottery, which often featured scenes from their daily lives and the natural world around them. Their artworks portrayed animals, plants, and even mythological figures, offering a glimpse into a society that deeply respected nature and its mysteries. The vividness of these artifacts provides modern observers with a window into Lycian life, showcasing not only their artistic creativity, but also their everyday concerns and celebrations. Religion played a significant role in Lycian culture, with various deities worshipped and revered by the people. Influences from different civilizations, including the Greeks and Persians, blended with their own beliefs, creating a rich tapestry of spirituality. Temples dedicated to gods and goddesses were often strategically placed within their cities, emphasizing the connection between their environment and their worship. This fusion of religion and everyday life made the Lycians unique in their approach to the divine, and it influenced their artistic expressions as well. Though history has seen the rise and fall of many civilizations, the Lycians left an indelible mark on the pages of antiquity. Their spirit of warrior valor, combined with the artistry of their tombs, continues to capture the imagination of historians and archaeologists today. As we explore the remnants of their civilization, we uncover stories of epic battles, artistic achievements, and spiritual beliefs that shaped their lives. Today, visitors to the region can roam through the ruins of ancient Lycian cities, marveling at the remnants of their architectural heritage. The tombs, rock-cut facades, and sarcophagi remain as silent witnesses to a culture that revered strength, artistry, and connection with the divine. Exploring these wonders invites us to reflect on the human experience, the interplay of life and death, and the legacies left behind by those who walked the earth long before us. In summary, the Lycians were a remarkable people who left an enduring legacy in the rich tapestry of Anatolian history. Their fierce warrior spirit, combined with their unique funerary architecture, provides us with a glimpse into their complex society, revealing a culture that infused strength with artistry, and life with a deep respect for the dead. The echoes of their lives encourage modern observers to ponder the values and beliefs that transcend time, inviting us to explore the vibrant world that once was. Through their tombs and art, the Lycians remind us of the lasting impacts of culture, memory, and identity, weaving together the past with our present. The Harappan civilization, which thrived around 2500 BCE in the fertile plains of the Indus Valley, remains a subject of intrigue and fascination for archaeologists, historians, and linguists. One of the most captivating aspects of this ancient culture is its script, often referred to as the Indus script or Harappan script. This undeciphered system of writing poses a puzzle that has yet to be solved, inviting numerous theories and speculations about the language and the people who used it. The Indus Valley civilization is known for its advanced urban planning, impressive architecture, and sophisticated drainage systems. Among the artifacts discovered at various sites, such as Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa, are seals inscribed with this mysterious script. These seals, often made of steatite and used for trade or ceremonial purposes, feature symbols that vary in size and complexity. They are typically adorned with animal motifs, geometric shapes, and what appear to be human figures, but it is the script itself that holds the greatest mystery. The total number of known symbols in the Harappan script is estimated to be between 400 and 600, though the exact number is still debated. Despite its complexity, no bilingual texts similar to the Rosetta Stone have been found to aid in deciphering it. This lack of context complicates efforts to understand its structure and meaning. Compared to other ancient scripts, the Harappan writing system is relatively brief, with texts often consisting of only a few signs. This snippet-like nature raises questions about the subjects covered in these inscriptions. Were they labels for commodities, prayers, or perhaps records of trade transactions? Speculation abounds, but clarity remains elusive. One of the primary challenges in decoding the Harappan script is the absence of a known language family. While some researchers lean towards a connection with Dravidian languages spoken in southern India today, others propose links to Indo-Aryan languages or entirely distinct linguistic roots. Each theory comes with its own set of linguistic arguments and challenges, making consensus difficult. The linguistic diversity of the region further complicates the picture. Numerous languages, each with its nuances, would have coexisted at the time. The symbols themselves also offer a glimpse into the nature of communication within Harappan society. Some characters appear to be logographic, representing words or concepts, while others seem to function phonetically, possibly denoting sounds or syllables. This duality presents an intriguing example of how different cultures can evolve their methods of communication. Researchers compare the Harappan script to the Egyptian hieroglyphs and Sumerian cuneiform. Both of these scripts include symbols that can serve various functions, from pictograms to phonetic components. Field studies continue to unearth new evidence from excavation sites, leading to refined theories about the society that created these inscriptions. Archaeological context, such as the location and condition of the finds, plays a critical role in working towards understanding the script. Some have suggested that the proliferation of seals throughout the region indicates the importance of trade and commerce to the Harappan people. If these inscriptions serve to mark ownership or facilitate transactions, they would provide valuable insight into the economic activity of the time. The interplay of symbols generates intrigue. The seals often feature recurring motifs alongside the inscriptions. These recurring motifs are thought to carry cultural or religious significance, possibly hinting at the values and beliefs of the Harappan society. As researchers analyze the design patterns and their relationship with the written script, they strive to uncover more about Harappan identity and social structure. As technology advances, new methods for analyzing the Harappan script are emerging. Techniques like computational linguistics and machine learning hold promise for patterns that may have previously gone unnoticed. These technologies allow researchers to sift through the vast number of inscriptions and identify potential correlations between symbols. Meanwhile, collaboration across disciplines brings together historians, linguists, computer scientists, and archaeologists, creating a holistic approach to deciphering this ancient language. Public interest in the Harappan civilization and its script has also grown, inspiring documentaries, articles, and even artistic interpretations that bring the past to life. Engaging with this history stirs curiosity, not only about the intricacies of the language itself, but also about how the people of the Indus Valley lived, fought, and interacted. In seeking answers to the Harappan language puzzle, we explore themes that resonate through history, communication, culture, trade, and identity. Each new discovery enhances our understanding of this remarkable civilization and brings us one step closer to unraveling the enigma of the Harappan script. The journey may be slow and filled with challenges, yet it is a testament to humanity's enduring quest for knowledge and connection, echoing through millennia to illuminate our shared heritage. As we venture forward with new technologies, interdisciplinary collaboration, and a spirit of curiosity, there is hope that the language of the Harappan civilization may one day be understood. Each piece of evidence, no matter how small, has the potential to unlock the thoughts of a society long vanished, reminding us of our desire to connect with those who came before us. The Harappan script remains an open book, waiting for the right combination of insight and innovation to reveal its secrets. Through patience and dedication, we may yet piece together the narrative of a civilization that has intrigued generations. So as we ponder the mysteries of the past, let us appreciate not only the challenge of deciphering their text, but also the culture that wrote it, shaping the stories of human history that continue to unfold. In the heart of northern Ethiopia lies Aksum, a fascinating ancient kingdom that boasts a rich history and a remarkable architectural legacy. Renowned for its towering obelisks, Aksum once stood as a bustling hub of trade, culture, and religion in northeast Africa. The obelisks of Aksum are a stunning testament to the ingenuity of its people and their intricate connection to both the earthly and the divine. The Aksumite Empire flourished between the 1st and 7th centuries AD, making it one of the great civilizations of the ancient world. At its peak, Aksum extended beyond the borders of present-day Ethiopia, encompassing parts of what are now Eritrea, Sudan, northern Yemen, and even territories farther afield. Aksum was a commercial powerhouse, strategically located on trade routes between the Roman Empire, India, and beyond. This accessibility brought immense wealth and cultural exchange, shaping the kingdom's remarkable identity. One of the most striking features of Aksum is its obelisks, monumental vertical stone structures that rise dramatically into the sky. These obelisks are often intricately carved, showcasing sophisticated designs that reflect the artistry and skill of their creators. The largest of these obelisks, known as the Great Obelisk, soars to a height of about 24 meters and weighs an astounding 500 tons. Made from granite, the obelisks were originally erected as grave markers for the nobility and royalty. Each stone pillar told a story about the lineage and accomplishments of those who were buried beneath. The craftsmanship of the Aksumite artisans is truly astonishing. The obelisks feature small, often decorative panels that depict doors, windows, and elaborate arches, creating a facade that gives the illusion of a multi-storied building reaching for the heavens. These designs were not mere decorations. They encapsulated the spirituality of the people, representing a connection between the earthly realm and the divine. Exploring the site of the Aksum obelisks is like stepping back in time. As you wander among these monuments, you might imagine the scene 2 millennia ago, when nobles and priests gathered to pay their respects to their ancestors. The sound of rituals and offerings fills the air, echoing through the valleys while the sun casts long shadows from the proud obelisks. But the importance of Aksum extends beyond its monumental structures. It is also known for being a significant early center of Christianity in Africa. In the 4th century, Aksum was one of the first kingdoms to officially adopt Christianity, largely thanks to its ruler, King Ezana. His conversion was a pivotal turning point, influencing the region profoundly. Under his reign, the kingdom saw the establishment of churches and the spread of Christian teachings, making Aksum a vital spiritual center that attracted pilgrims and scholars from far and wide. Aksumite Christianity combined traditional beliefs with new doctrines, creating a rich tapestry of culture and spirituality. The Church of St. Mary of Zion is one of the most famous sites in Aksum, believed by many to house the Ark of the Covenant. This sacred object, thought to contain the tablets of the Ten Commandments, holds immense significance in both Christian and Jewish traditions. Legend has it that the Ark was brought to Ethiopia by Menelik II, the son of King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba, marking Aksum as a pivotal link in a much larger historical narrative. The interaction of different cultures through trade further enriched the social fabric of Aksum. Merchants from Arabia, Rome, and India brought spices, silks, and precious metals, while Ethiopian products such as ivory, gold, and exotic animals found their way to distant markets. This exchange fostered an environment of creativity as artisans borrowed techniques and styles from their trade partners, leading to the fusion of artistic influences visible in Aksumite art and architecture. Today, the obelisks of Aksum stand regally, weathered yet proud, relics of a vibrant civilization that once ruled the region. UNESCO recognized the archaeological site as a World Heritage Site in 1980, ensuring that its importance is acknowledged and preserved for generations to come. Visiting Aksum today offers an opportunity to connect with this storied past. Imagine standing in the shadow of the great obelisk, feeling the cool granite under your fingers while gazing upward at the remarkable structure that has withstood the test of time. The sense of history is palpable, wrapping around you like a warm embrace, inviting you to contemplate the lives of those who once gathered here. Exploring Aksum is not just about witnessing its architectural marvels. It is about understanding the power of legacy and the resilience of culture. As you delve into the history of the obelisks and their place in Aksumite society, you begin to appreciate the ways in which the past shapes the present. It becomes a journey of discovery, a connection to a time when empires rose and fell, leaving behind narratives that inspire and intrigue us to this day. In conclusion, the Kingdom of Aksum is more than just its towering obelisks. It is a testament to human aspiration, creativity, and the eternal quest for meaning in a world that continues to evolve. As the sun sets behind these ancient stones, one cannot help but feel a sense of wonder at the stories they hold and the lives they commemorate. Aksum remains a remarkable chapter in the ongoing saga of our shared human experience, a place where history and spirituality intertwine in a dance as old as time itself. Gobekli Tepe is one of the most fascinating archaeological sites in the world. Located in southeastern Turkey, this extraordinary site has revolutionized our understanding of human history. Dating back to around 9600 BCE, Gobekli Tepe is considered to be the oldest known temple complex. It reveals a time when our ancestors began to forge a connection with the spiritual world, long before the advent of settled agriculture and complex societies. The builders of Gobekli Tepe were likely members of semi-nomadic hunter-gatherer groups. These people lived in a world very different from our own, one where survival depended on having an intimate understanding of their environment. The notion of organized religion, large social structures, and monumental architecture seemed far removed from their day-to-day lives. Yet, somehow, these early humans came together to create magnificent stone pillars, some reaching heights of over 5 meters and weighing several tons. The megaliths at Gobekli Tepe are adorned with intricate carvings of animals, such as snakes, foxes, and birds. Each carving tells a story, hinting at the beliefs and values that were important to these builders. Imagine a world where the sun, moon, and animals were not merely parts of the landscape, but carried deep spiritual significance. The fact that these people poured their efforts into such monumental construction suggests their desire for connection, community, and perhaps a shared belief system. Building such a large and complex structure would have required not just skilled labor, but also a high level of social organization. The logistics of transporting massive stones from quarries to the site indicate that these groups had developed sophisticated methods of cooperation. They did this without the use of wheeled vehicles or written language, relying instead on raw human effort and ingenuity. It's intriguing to think about how they might have communicated their plans and shared their vision for this monumental project. Interestingly, the site appears to have been intentionally buried around 8000 BCE. This act has left many researchers puzzled. Why would these skilled builders choose to cover their magnificent creations? Some propose it was a form of reverence, a way to protect or honor the site after its use was no longer relevant to them. Others suggest that it might indicate a change in lifestyle, as humanity began to shift from nomadic to more sedentary agricultural societies. What is certain is that this act has preserved Gobekli Tepe, allowing modern archaeologists to uncover its secrets millennia later. As excavations continue, researchers are uncovering more information about the builders and their practices. Studies show that the construction of Gobekli Tepe coincided with a transition period in human history, marked by the last phases of the hunter-gatherer lifestyle. This raises intriguing questions about how the need to construct and engage in communal expression may have influenced the development of agriculture. Providing a sacred space for gathering perhaps encouraged social interactions that could have led to the consolidation of resources and the beginnings of farming. The sheer scale and artistry found at Gobekli Tepe stands in stark contrast to what was previously thought possible for people living in this era. The prevailing view had been that monumental architecture only emerged with advanced civilizations, complete with writing systems and urban planning. Gobekli Tepe challenges that notion, offering a glimpse into the capabilities of our early ancestors and their yearning for meaningful communal spaces. Moreover, the site's discovery has reshaped the narrative of human development. It suggests that spirituality and social organization may have been significant, driving forces behind the eventual rise of agriculture and permanent settlement. Perhaps the communal rituals held around the megaliths were pivotal in bringing these groups together, fostering relationships and shared practices that laid the groundwork for future civilizations. The area around Gobekli Tepe is also thought to have been rich with flora and fauna, providing a varied diet for its builders. These hunter-gatherers would have been skilled in identifying and utilizing the abundant resources of the region. While they engaged in the monumental building project, they also maintained their traditional lifestyle, balancing their needs for sustenance with their artistic and spiritual pursuits. In sharing stories, ceremonies, and communal meals, the builders of Gobekli Tepe were likely strengthening their social bonds. The very act of coming together to create something monumental likely fostered a sense of identity and purpose. It's possible they were inviting the spirits or ancestors to partake in their gatherings, deepening their connection to the land and their community. Today, as we stand in awe of Gobekli Tepe, we can feel the echoes of the past reverberate through the site. The stories carved into the stones and the effort put into their construction speak volumes about the lives and aspirations of the builders. They remind us that even in a world vastly different from our own, the human desire for connection, expression, and meaning remains timeless. Through the lens of Gobekli Tepe, we gain valuable insights into the complexity of human cognition and social organization long before the establishment of what we would recognize as civilization. Gobekli Tepe not only invites us to consider the remarkable capabilities of our ancestors, but also challenges us to reflect on the foundations of our own societies. From the simplest acts of cooperation to the grandest expressions of faith, the site continues to inspire wonder at what it means to be human, challenging us to reconnect with the age-old quest for knowledge, purpose, and belonging. As we learn more about this monumental site and its builders, we uncover not just the history of a place, but the enduring story of humanity itself. The Elamites were a remarkable civilization that thrived in the ancient Near East, primarily in what is now southwestern Iran. They emerged around 3000 BCE and lasted until the very early centuries of the Common Era. The history of the Elamites is not only fascinating because of their own achievements, but also due to their significant influence on the cultures that followed, particularly the Persians. The region where the Elamites lived is often referred to as Elam, a land that was characterized by its mountainous terrain and rich resources. The Elamite civilization was unique in that it was one of the first to develop complex urban centers, which laid the groundwork for advanced societies in the future. Cities like Susa, which would later become one of the capitals of the Persian Empire, were flourishing centers of trade, culture, and political power. One of the most striking aspects of the Elamites was their ability to adopt and adapt ideas from neighboring cultures, particularly those of Mesopotamia. This adaptation can be seen in their architecture, writing systems, and religious practices. The Elamites developed their own script known as Linear Elamite, and although it has not been fully deciphered, it shows their advanced literacy and engagement with writing, which was an essential tool for administration and culture. The Elamites were also known for their remarkable craftsmanship. They created intricate pottery, textiles, and metalwork. Artifacts from the Elamite period reveal a society that placed great importance on aesthetics and functionality. Some pieces, such as gold jewelry and beautifully crafted vessels, showcase not only their skill but also their trade connections, which extended far beyond their borders. Religiously, the Elamites had a polytheistic belief system, with a pantheon of gods that often mirrored those of Mesopotamia, but they also incorporated unique elements that reflected their own cultural identity. Major deities like Inshushinak and Hutran were central to their spiritual life, and religious sites, such as the ziggurat at Chogazanbil, highlight their dedication to worship and the architectural prowess they possessed. The political landscape of Elam was complex and often tumultuous. The Elamites engaged in both trade and conflict with neighboring kingdoms, including the Akkadians and the Babylonians. At times, Elam was a formidable power, even sacking the city of Babylon in the 12th century BCE. Over the centuries, they managed to establish both dynasties and alliances, showcasing their diplomatic skills in a region full of rival powers. As the Elamites continued to develop, their influence began to wane, particularly with the rise of the Persian Empire in the 6th century BCE. The Persians, who originated from the region of Pars in southwestern Iran, were significantly influenced by Elamite culture, especially in their governance and architectural styles. This influence is evident in the way their monumental architectural masterpieces were constructed, often echoing Elamite designs. Furthermore, the Elamites played a vital role in the formation of the Persian identity. Many scholars argue that elements of Elamite governance, religion, and social organization were integrated into the early Persian state. The Persians adopted the Elamite script for their administrative purposes before transitioning to their unique cuneiform system. As the Persian Empire expanded, the legacy of the Elamites became intertwined with the broader historical narrative of Persia. By the time of Darius I and Xerxes, remnants of Elamite culture were absorbed into the Persian way of life, yet the recognition of the Elamite contributions persists in modern studies of ancient history. Today, archaeologists and historians continue to unearth fascinating insights into the life and achievements of the Elamites. Excavations at sites like Susa and other ancient settlements have yielded numerous artifacts, providing a clearer picture of their society and its complexities. The ongoing discoveries serve as a reminder of the Elamites' ingenuity and resilience, even as they faced great challenges over millennia. In conclusion, the Elamites played a pivotal role in the early history of Persia, setting the stage for future developments in the region. Their accomplishments in urban development, art, religion, and politics not only influenced their contemporary societies, but also left an indelible mark on the evolution of one of the most significant empires in human history. Exploring the legacy of the Elamites offers a valuable glimpse into the rich tapestry of ancient civilizations that have shaped the world we know today. The Zapotec civilization is an incredible chapter in the story of Mesoamerican cultures. Emerging around 500 BCE in what is now southern Mexico, particularly in the region of Oaxaca, the Zapotecs developed a complex society that has intrigued historians and archaeologists for decades. One of the most remarkable aspects of their civilization is their monumental city, Monte Alban, which served as the political and cultural heart of Zapotec life. Monte Alban is perched high on a hilltop, providing a stunning panoramic view of the surrounding valleys. The city flourished for over 1,000 years, evolving and expanding as the Zapotec culture developed. Initially established as a ceremonial center, it soon became one of the first major cities in Mesoamerica, demonstrating advanced urban planning and impressive architectural achievements. The city features expansive plazas, ceremonial ball courts, and intricate tombs, reflecting the Zapotec's sophisticated understanding of construction and engineering. The layout of Monte Alban is particularly striking. It was carefully designed with a series of terraces, featuring a mix of public and private buildings. The grand plazas hint at the civic life that thrived there, where social and religious gatherings would take place. The city's orientation towards the cardinal directions suggests that the Zapotecs had a deep connection to astronomy and cosmology. Their ability to align structures with celestial events further indicates their advanced scientific knowledge. The significance of Monte Alban goes beyond its physical structures. The Zapotecs created one of the earliest writing systems in the Americas. This script has provided invaluable insights into their history and daily life. The Zapotec hieroglyphs were often inscribed on monuments, allowing us to glimpse their beliefs, practices, and society. The use of writing in such an ancient culture speaks volumes about their capacity for complex communication and record-keeping. The society was stratified, with clear distinctions between the elite and commoners. The elite likely resided in grand homes, while commoners lived in simpler structures. This hierarchy played a critical role in the governance of the state, where leadership was likely hereditary. The power dynamics are evident in the artifacts discovered at archaeological sites, many of which denote status and wealth, highlighting the importance of social class within the Zapotec culture. Religion and ritual were integral to the Zapotec way of life. They believed in a pantheon of gods, drawing from their environment and natural phenomena. The agricultural cycle was closely tied to their religious practices, with ceremonies intended to ensure bountiful harvests. Monte Alban served as a vital center where these rituals could be performed on a grand scale. Temples and altars discovered at the site indicate that the Zapotecs invested significant resources into their religious life, showcasing their devotion and the importance of spirituality in their society. Art and craftsmanship were also hallmarks of the Zapotec civilization. They were skilled artisans, creating pottery, textiles, and metalwork that were not only functional but also ornamental. The intricacies of Zapotec pottery, with its beautiful designs and embellishments, reveal the aesthetic values of the culture. Terracotta figurines often depict deities, ancestors, or everyday life, providing a glimpse into their artistic expression. Trade played a crucial role in the growth and sustainability of the Zapotec civilization. The location of Monte Alban allowed it to act as a commercial hub between different cultures in Mesoamerica. The Zapotecs exchanged goods with neighboring groups, facilitating cultural interactions and the sharing of ideas. This trade network not only enriched their society, but also contributed to the spread of Zapotec influence throughout the region. As the centuries passed, the Zapotec civilization underwent various transformations, adapting to changes in their environment and society. By the time the Spanish arrived in the 16th century, the political structures had evolved, reflecting ongoing dynamics within the region. The legacy of the Zapotecs did not vanish with the arrival of Europeans. Instead, it blended with new influences, creating a rich tapestry that is still evident in the modern cultures of Oaxaca. Today, the legacy of the Zapotec civilization lives on through the descendants who continue to inhabit the region. Zapotec communities maintain many of their traditions, including language, crafts, and agricultural practices. The resilience and richness of their culture are a testament to the enduring spirit of the Zapotecs. The stories of their ancestors, the innovations in governance, religion, and art that they contributed to the world, continue to be celebrated and studied. The historic city of Monte Alban stands not just as a testament to the advanced society that the Zapotecs created, but also as a symbol of human ingenuity and resilience. It draws visitors from all over the world, eager to learn about the people who once thrived in this remarkable place. The structures that remain, the artifacts unearthed, and the ongoing discoveries all contribute to a greater understanding of Mesoamerican history. As we explore the legacy of the Zapotec civilization, we uncover not only the achievements of a remarkable society, but also the threads of human connection that have persisted through time. The Zapotecs remind us of the complexity and richness of ancient cultures, and their contributions continue to influence the world in diverse and meaningful ways. Their story is an inspiring reminder of what human societies can accomplish, leaving a legacy that resonates through the ages. The Geoglyph culture, flourishing around 3000 BCE in what is now southeastern Iran, represents a fascinating chapter in ancient history. This culture is particularly noted for its exceptional artistic and architectural contributions, which offer a glimpse into the complexity of life during that era. Artifacts from the Geoglyph culture provide critical insights into its people's social, economic, and spiritual lives. One of the remarkable aspects of Geoglyph culture is its artifacts, which include intricately crafted pottery, distinctive seals, and stunning architectural remains. The pottery is often characterized by its elaborate designs and motifs, showcasing a blend of geometric patterns and figurative elements. This suggests that the people of Geoglyph had a sophisticated understanding of aesthetics and craftsmanship. In many cases, these pottery pieces are adorned with images of animals, plants, and human figures, reflecting the natural world, and possibly their belief systems. The seals from Geoglyph are equally captivating. Often made from stone, these seals feature detailed engravings that serve multiple purposes, including authentication, decoration, and possibly even communication. The iconography found on these seals is diverse, depicting scenes from daily life, mythological creatures, and symbols that hint at the culture's belief systems. Such artifacts not only demonstrate the artistry of Geoglyph artisans, but also imply a complex society that relied on trade and cultural exchange, as these seals might have been used to mark goods or demonstrate ownership. Architecture in Geoglyph also tells a compelling story. The ruins discovered in the region indicate that the ancient city was well planned, featuring a grid-like layout with large public spaces, residential areas, and sacred sites. The use of mud bricks in construction is reminiscent of other ancient civilizations, yet the unique building techniques and layout suggest that Geroft architects had their own methods that might have influenced later cultures in the region. One of the most intriguing architectural features is the presence of ziggurat-like structures, which point to the significance of religion and possibly ritual practices in Geroft society. These tiered platforms may have served as temples or centers for communal gatherings, indicating that religion played a pivotal role in the daily lives of the inhabitants. The choice of location for these structures, often situated on elevated ground, reflects a deliberate effort to connect the earthly realm with the spiritual one. Moreover, the discoveries in Geroft have led to exciting theories about the cultural exchanges between the Geroft culture and neighboring civilizations. Some scholars suggest that the advanced art and technology of Geroft makers may have influenced the development of other cultures in the region, such as Mesopotamia and the Indus Valley civilization. This is evident in similar artistic styles, trade networks, and architectural practices that emerged in subsequent periods. The Geroft artifacts also reflect the trade routes that traversed the region, connecting it to distant lands. Items such as lapis lazuli, carnelian, and other exotic materials discovered within Geroft artifacts imply that the society was engaged in extensive trade. These materials, prized for their beauty and rarity, suggest that trade relationships linked the Geroft people to a broader world, enabling cultural interactions that shaped their artistic expressions. Furthermore, the study of Geroft culture reveals the social structure and hierarchy of the time. The quality of artifacts reveals a distinction in craftsmanship, indicating the presence of skilled artisans and possibly a class of elites who commissioned their work. The presence of intricate objects may point to a society valuing art and culture, where the creation of beautiful items was seen as a vital part of life and identity. In modern times, the continued exploration of Geroft has sparked significant interest among archaeologists and historians. As excavations unveil new layers of history, each artifact discovered adds depth to our understanding of this vanished civilization. The preservation of these artifacts is vital not only for the study of Geroft culture, but also for appreciating the broader narrative of human civilization. The legacy of the Geroft culture and its artifacts is a reminder of the remarkable creativity and ingenuity of our ancestors. The art and architecture they left behind serve as a testament to the human spirit's enduring quest for expression and connection. As we investigate these remnants of the past, we gain insight into not only the lives of the Geroft people, but also the intricate tapestry of human history that spans across time and geography. In conclusion, the Geroft culture, with its vibrant artifacts and architectural wonders, offers a rich field for exploration and understanding. Each piece of pottery, every engraved seal, and the remnants of their architectural feats tell a story of a society that was both complex and creative. The fascination with Geroft culture is a gateway to understanding how art and architecture can reflect the intricate weave of human life, culture, and history. As we continue to unearth and study these remarkable artifacts, we are reminded of the timeless nature of art as a form of communication, connection, and creativity within the human experience. Welcome to the Valley of the Kings, one of the most fascinating archaeological sites in the world. Nestled on the west bank of the Nile River near Luxor, this valley has been the final resting place for many of ancient Egypt's most powerful pharaohs and nobles. Spanning from the 16th to the 11th century BC, this significant site has captured the curiosity of historians, archaeologists, and travelers alike. As you approach the entrance to the valley, you can feel the weight of history. The landscape is arid and rocky, illuminated by the sun's golden rays. Surrounded by towering sandstone cliffs, the valley seems to hold secrets waiting to be uncovered. This secluded location was chosen for its natural protection against robbers, allowing the ancient Egyptians to ensure their treasures would remain safe for eternity. The Valley of the Kings is home to over 60 tombs, some of which were incredibly elaborate. Each tomb is a unique representation of the deceased, filled with treasures and artifacts intended to aid them in the afterlife. For instance, Tomb KV62 belongs to the famous Tutankhamun, often referred to as King Tut. His tomb, discovered in 1922 by the British archaeologist Howard Carter, contained a wealth of riches, including intricate golden jewelry, a solid gold coffin, and a magnificent burial mask that still captivates the world today. When you enter these tombs, you are stepping into a world of ancient art and spirituality. Many walls are adorned with colorful paintings and hieroglyphics. These artworks depict scenes of daily life, religious rituals, and the connection between the pharaohs and their gods. Imagine standing before a wall that tells the story of Ra, the sun god, as he sails across the heavens in a solar boat, symbolizing the journey into the afterlife. One notable tomb is that of Ramses III, known as KV-11. This tomb is particularly impressive due to its intricate carvings and vibrant paintings that showcase the king's achievements and his connection to the divine. As you gaze upon these striking images, you can almost hear the echoes of ancient ceremonies and the whispers of long-lost voices honoring this great ruler. As you explore deeper into the valley, you might come across tombs that vary significantly in size and complexity. Some are grand, boasting vast chambers with multiple passages, while others are more modest. This variance reflects the social status and wealth of the individuals buried within. For example, the tomb of Seti I, known as KV-17, is one of the most elaborate with stunning reliefs and a meticulously painted ceiling that represents the cosmos. It allows you to witness the artistry and sophistication of ancient Egyptian culture. Additionally, the tombs are often equipped with various items meant to accompany the deceased into the afterlife. From pottery and furniture to weaponry and food, these artifacts serve as reminders of the beliefs held by ancient Egyptians about death and rebirth. The presence of these items illustrates a desire for comfort and continuity beyond this life. Exploring the Valley of the Kings isn't just about the tombs themselves, it is also about the history that surrounds them. The site serves as a testament to the power, beliefs, and artistry of one of the most influential civilizations in human history. The labor and skill required to construct these tombs exhibit an understanding of both engineering and art that was unparalleled in its time. Workers and artisans dedicated their lives to creating this sacred space, highlighting the respect and reverence held for their leaders. Today, the Valley of the Kings remains an area of significant research and discovery. Archaeologists continue to explore hidden chambers, and new techniques are employed to uncover more about the lives and burial traditions of ancient Egyptians. Each new find has the potential to shed light on the mysteries of a civilization that has intrigued humanity for centuries. As we walk through this remarkable valley, remember that you are not just visiting a collection of tombs. You are tracing the footsteps of a powerful legacy that shaped the world. Consider how the ancient Egyptians used their intricate knowledge of astronomy, mathematics, and art to create a resting place so profound that it continues to inspire wonder today. Whether you are drawn here by the allure of ancient history, the beauty of the artifacts, or the mystery of the afterlife beliefs, the Valley of the Kings provides a unique glimpse into a time long past. You can feel connected to a lineage of powerful figures who ruled over the land of the Nile, each leaving their mark on history in a way that resounds through the ages. So as we conclude our journey through this magnificent valley, it is worth reflecting on the incredible civilization that has given us so much. The Valley of the Kings stands not just as a burial site, but as a powerful reminder of the intertwining of life, death, and eternity in ancient Egyptian culture, serving to inspire generations to come with its enduring legacy. Carthage, a name that echoes through the annals of history, represents one of the most fascinating city-states of the ancient world. Founded in the 9th century BCE by Phoenician settlers from the region of present-day Lebanon, Carthage quickly grew into a thriving hub of trade and commerce in the Mediterranean. Its strategic position on the northern coast of Africa allowed it to become a crucial link between the East and West, facilitating the exchange of goods, culture, and ideas. As Carthage developed, its wealth and influence expanded, leading to the establishment of a powerful navy that patrolled the waters of the Mediterranean. Carthaginian ships carried precious goods such as purple dye, ivory, silver, and glass, making the city a vital player in trade networks. The wealth of Carthage attracted the attention of neighboring powers, particularly Rome, which viewed this flourishing city-state as a direct rival. The relationship between Carthage and Rome was complex, marked by both trade and conflict. Tensions simmered as both sides sought control over key territories, particularly in Sicily, which was a crucial grain-producing area. This rivalry culminated in the outbreak of the First Punic War in 264 BCE. Over the course of this conflict, the two powers clashed in a series of brutal battles at sea and on land, with the key battle being the Battle of Mylae, where the Romans showcased their newfound naval strength. The First Punic War, lasting nearly 23 years, concluded with Carthage's defeat and the loss of significant territories, including Sicily, which became the first Roman province. Although wounded, Carthage was not defeated in spirit. It embarked on a phase of recovery and adaptation, investing in its military and economy, emerging as a resilient power once more. However, the Second Punic War would soon test Carthage's mettle like never before. The legendary general Hannibal Barca led his forces in a daring campaign against Rome, famously crossing the Alps with elephants in an audacious move that remains etched in military lore. Hannibal's tactics were nothing short of revolutionary, demonstrating deep understanding of terrain, logistics, and psychological warfare. Hannibal achieved several stunning victories against the Romans, including the infamous Battle of Cannae in 216 BCE, where his forces encircled and decisively defeated a much larger Roman army. This victory sent shockwaves through Rome, exposing vulnerabilities and igniting fears of utter annihilation. Despite these triumphs, the Carthaginian strategy relied heavily on Hannibal's leadership and the loyalty of his troops, which became difficult to sustain over time, particularly as reinforcements from Carthage failed to arrive. Meanwhile, in a remarkable turn of events, Rome, under the resilience of generals like Scipio Africanus, adapted its strategies and found ways to counterbalance Hannibal's military genius. The tide of the war began to turn, leading to the pivotal Battle of Zama in 202 BCE, where Scipio faced Hannibal directly. The outcome of this battle marked a dramatic end to the Second Punic War, resulting in a decisive victory for Rome and heavy penalties for Carthage. The Third Punic War, which followed decades later, was a brutal campaign fueled by a Roman desire to eliminate Carthage once and for all. Even though Carthage had rebuilt itself economically and militarily, it remained resolutely defiant, a testament to its spirit. However, the Roman siege of Carthage eventually led to its complete destruction in 146 BCE. The city was razed, its inhabitants either killed or enslaved, and the land was cursed to ensure it would never rise again. Carthage's legacy is rich and enduring. Though the city itself was destroyed, its influence extended far beyond its borders. The advances in navigation, trade, and military tactics that characterized Carthaginian culture left an imprint on history. Its legacy continued to inspire future generations, illustrating the height of Phoenician civilization. Today, the ruins of Carthage stand as a testament to its once great power, with archaeological sites offering glimpses into a civilization marked by innovation, resilience, and a relentless spirit. Visitors to Carthage can explore what remains of this ancient city, where the labyrinthine streets and remnants of structures like the amphitheater tell stories of a vibrant society. As one walks through the ruins, it is not difficult to imagine the bustling markets, the sounds of traders haggling, and the vibrant life that once filled the air. The great battles, the strategic brilliance of its leaders, and the cultural exchanges that took place here contribute to the enduring fascination with Carthage. Today, this historical narrative serves as a reminder of the complexities of rivalry and the lessons learned through centuries of conflict and resilience. The story of Carthage is one of rise and fall, but it is also a testament to the human spirit's capacity for innovation and endurance in the face of adversity. As we explore the remnants of this remarkable city, we uncover insights not only about its own civilization, but also about the broader dynamics of power, culture, and the relentless march of history. Carthage remains a symbol of what was lost, but also a reminder of the enduring nature of human ambition and creativity, echoing across time and imparting lessons still relevant today. The Chola dynasty, which reigned in southern India from the 9th to the 13th centuries, stands out as one of the most significant powers in Indian history. Its legacy is rich with achievements in governance, art, and industry. But one aspect that often captures the imagination is its remarkable prowess as a maritime power. The Cholas were not just rulers of land. They were ambitious maritime traders and conquerors who played a vital role in shaping trade routes across the Indian Ocean. At the height of their power, the Chola dynasty extended its influence far beyond the shores of India, reaching nations in Southeast Asia such as Sri Lanka, Malaysia, and even parts of Indonesia. Their advanced naval capabilities enabled them to dominate sea trade routes, making them key players in the commerce of spices, textiles, metals, and precious stones. This influence allowed the Chola Empire to become one of the most prosperous in the region. Maritime dominance was not achieved overnight. It required an intricate understanding of navigation and shipbuilding. Chola shipbuilders crafted vessels that were not only sturdy, but also capable of carrying large cargoes across long distances. These ships often featured elaborate, multi-tiered designs, making them state-of-the-art for their time. It is said that their ships could effectively navigate the monsoon winds, allowing for seasonal trade that maximized economic output. The strategic location of their capital, Tanjavur, and other coastal cities facilitated robust trade. Major ports like Nagapattinam served as bustling trade hubs where merchants from diverse cultures and lands met. This cross-cultural exchange contributed greatly to the enrichment of Chola society, infusing it with ideas and customs from afar. The bustling markets would have been a vivid tapestry of languages, cuisines, and goods, creating a cultural synthesis that was unparalleled. Beyond trade, the Cholas were also known for their military expeditions. They undertook naval campaigns that not only expanded their territories, but also secured trade routes vital for their economy. One of their most famous kings, Rajaraja Chola I, established an efficient naval fleet that successfully annexed parts of Sri Lanka and even reached the shores of Southeast Asia. These military endeavors fortified their reputation as a dominant maritime power and ensured control over lucrative trade routes. The Chola influence on maritime commerce was further evident in the establishment of colonies and strategic alliances. By founding settlements in regions like the Maldives and engaging with local powers, they created networks that facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas, and culture. Artistic influences can also be traced back to these exchanges, with Chola bronze sculptures and temple architecture reflecting styles inspired by interactions across the sea. The significance of the Chola dynasty's maritime activities extended into cultural domains as well. Their patrons and traders spread not only goods, but also religion, art, and philosophy across the seas. The spread of Hinduism, and later the establishment of Shaivism in Southeast Asia, is a testament to how maritime networks functioned as channels of cultural dissemination. An interesting aspect of the Chola Maritime Empire is the role of women in this sphere. Women were engaged in various facets of trade, and some even commanded ships and played active roles in maritime commerce. This participation can be considered progressive for the time and highlights the dynamic social fabric within the Chola Empire. Moreover, let's not forget the technological advancements that were pioneered under this dynasty. Innovations in navigation, including the use of the stars for guidance and early compasses, opened new avenues for maritime exploration. These advances allowed the Cholas to chart unknown waters and establish connections with distant lands, further solidifying their standing as a formidable sea power. As the Chola dynasty began to decline, its influence on maritime trade did not fade away immediately. The legacy of their naval prowess carried on, leading to the continuation of trade networks that they had established. Later empires built upon the groundwork laid down by the Cholas, facilitating cultural and economic exchanges that would have far-reaching effects. In conclusion, the Chola dynasty serves as a remarkable example of how a kingdom can rise to greatness through maritime power and trade. Their innovations in shipbuilding, effective governance, and cultural exchanges not only enriched their own empire, but also contributed to the broader historical tapestry of the Indian Ocean region. The Chola legacy endures, influencing maritime practices and cultural exchanges even today, highlighting the timeless significance of their achievements in oceanic trade and connectivity. This dynasty's story reminds us of the enduring connection between land and sea and how it shapes our world in remarkable and unexpected ways. The Mycenaeans were a fascinating civilization that flourished in ancient Greece from roughly 1600 to 1100 BCE. Known for their remarkable achievements in art, architecture, and trade, they were the first advanced Greek civilization, leaving behind a legacy intertwined with myth and history. Their palatial complexes, such as those found in Mycenae, Tiryns, and Pylos, showcase their power and wealth. The massive stone walls and elaborate decorations tell stories of a society that valued both strength and beauty. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Mycenaean culture is its connection to the epic tales of Homer, particularly the Iliad and the Odyssey. These stories are steeped in themes of heroism, honor, and the complexities of human relationships. Characters such as Agamemnon, Achilles, and Odysseus have captured the imaginations of countless generations, serving as symbols of the warrior ethos and the societal values of the time. The tales reflect a world where gods and mortals interacted frequently, and the values of bravery and loyalty were paramount. However, as remarkable as the Mycenaeans were, their sudden decline is a mystery that has baffled historians and archaeologists for centuries. Around 1200 BCE, this thriving civilization began to disintegrate, leading to a sharp decline in their influence and power. What could have caused such a drastic change? Various theories have emerged, each shedding light on different facets of this complex puzzle. One popular theory suggests that a combination of natural disasters played a significant role in the collapse. Earthquakes are known to have affected many regions in Greece, and archaeological evidence indicates that some Mycenaean palaces were heavily damaged or completely destroyed. Imagine the panic and chaos that would ensue in a society reliant on strong infrastructure, when the grand edifices that housed their rulers and administrative functions were shaken to the ground. The immediate aftermath of such disasters could have led to disarray, weakening the societal structure. Additionally, climate change might have impacted agricultural productivity. The Mycenaeans thrived on their ability to produce and trade surplus food. Yet, if droughts or changing weather patterns diminished crop yields, it would have placed immense pressure on their economy. With food scarcity came the potential for unrest, and as resources dwindled, societal conflicts could arise, leading to further fragmentation. Another theory centers around the idea of invasion. The period in which the Mycenaeans began to decline coincides with the arrival of groups such as the Sea Peoples, mysterious marauders who attacked coastal regions and disrupted established civilizations. Imagine a fierce adversary descending upon your home, overwhelming defenses and driving families from their lands. Such turmoil could easily lead to the collapse of trade networks and a breakdown in social order. The impact of warfare and invasions can erode the foundations of even the mightiest societies. The internal strife perspective also offers an intriguing angle. The Mycenaean civilization was not monolithic. It comprised various kingdoms with their own rulers. Competition among these entities could have fostered rivalries and conflict. In times of crisis, infighting among the leadership might prove detrimental. Imagine ambitious leaders prioritizing their territorial ambitions over collective stability, leading to a weakening of alliances and cooperation that their civilization relied upon. Cultural shifts could have also played a role. As the Mycenaeans faced increasing pressures from outside and within, the very foundations of their societal structure might have begun to unravel. The rich tapestry of their religious beliefs, artistic expression, and social organization may have transformed dramatically, leading to the rise of new ideologies and systems of governance that replaced the old. The disappearance of the Mycenaeans remains an enigmatic chapter in history. Their abrupt decline triggered what historians often refer to as the Greek Dark Ages, a period marked by reduced literacy, trade, and urbanization. As we dig deeper into the archaeological findings, we continue to unravel clues, though definitive answers may remain elusive. The remnants of Mycenaean civilization, including pottery, weapons, and inscriptions, provide insight into their lives, beliefs, and eventual fate. Stories born from their legacy persist in modern literature and popular culture. The heroic tales of Achilles and Odysseus resonate across time, echoing the valor and struggles of a civilization that once dominated the Aegean. As we explore the fate of the Mycenaeans, we reflect on the fragility of human achievement. This once great society, with its rich traditions and innovations, reminds us that civilizations may rise to great heights, but can also fall. The story of the Mycenaeans serves as a compelling narrative, alerting us to the transient nature of power and glory. Their legacy, left in the epic verses of Homer and the ruins of impressive structures, continues to inspire curiosity and wonder, urging us to seek answers to the questions of our shared human past. Nestled in the heart of Central Asia lies Bactria, an ancient land rich in history and cultural exchanges. This area, often associated with modern-day Afghanistan, Uzbekistan, and Tajikistan, has been a significant crossroads of civilizations for millennia. Bactria is not just a geographical location. It's a tapestry woven from the threads of various cultures, empires, and peoples. The history of Bactria can be traced back to ancient times, where it served as a vital junction for trade and cultural exchange along the Silk Road. Imagine bustling markets filled with merchants from distant lands, exchanging spices, silk, precious metals, and ideas. This vibrant marketplace was not just a center for commerce, but also a melting pot of cultures. Bactria was home to the Bactrians, an ancient people who created a civilization marked by agricultural innovation and trade. The fertile plains of Bactria allowed them to cultivate crops like wheat and barley, which supported a thriving community. This agricultural surplus provided the foundation for trade, facilitating exchanges with neighboring regions. One of the most remarkable aspects of Bactria is the flourishing cities that once dotted the landscape. Cities such as Bactra, the capital, were known for their impressive architecture and urban planning. Imagine wide streets lined with homes, shops, and temples, where the air was filled with the aroma of exotic food and the sounds of lively conversations. Bactra became a crucial center for the dissemination of ideas, art, and technology. The connections established through trade brought diverse influences to Bactria. The Greeks, Persians, and later the Mongols would all leave their mark on this region. After Alexander the Great's conquest, the fusion of Greek and Bactrian culture gave rise to the Hellenistic influence. Art and philosophy flourished as Hellenistic ideals blended with indigenous traditions, resulting in unique expressions of creativity. This cultural exchange is perhaps best illustrated by the art of Bactria. Fossilized remains of sculptures and paintings reveal a civilization that valued beauty and creative expression. Statues portraying deities, scenes of everyday life, and intricate pottery reflect the diverse influences that shaped Bactrian art. A visitor to Bactria would have marveled at the artistry displayed in the vibrant murals that adorned the walls of homes and public buildings. Bactria was also a haven for religious pluralism. Zoroastrianism, Buddhism, and even early forms of Hinduism found followers in this region. The presence of grand temples and stupas reflects the spiritual life of the Bactrians, who engaged in dynamic religious practices. Pilgrims traveled from afar to participate in gatherings, exchanging insights, and deepening their faith. However, the story of Bactria is not without challenges. Over centuries, invasions and shifts in trade routes saw cities rise and fall. The decline of the Silk Road led to a decrease in the importance of Bactria, and many of its thriving centers became lost to time. Despite these challenges, the legacy of Bactria endures. Archaeological discoveries continue to unearth remnants of this once vibrant civilization. Imagine the thrill of an archaeologist uncovering ancient artifacts that tell the story of Bactria's past. Beautiful coins inscribed with symbols of trade, pottery with intricate designs, and remnants of ancient texts serve as windows into the lives of those who once inhabited this crossroads. Each discovery adds another layer to the understanding of Bactria's historical significance. Today, the legacy of Bactria is experiencing a revival. Historians, archaeologists, and enthusiasts are piecing together the fragments of this lost civilization to tell the world about its rich heritage. Museums display the treasures unearthed from the ancient land, inviting visitors to witness the artistry and achievements of the Bactrians. Moreover, the importance of Bactria as a cultural crossroads continues to resonate in modern discussions about connectivity, trade, and cultural exchange. The stories of Bactria remind us that civilizations thrive not in isolation, but through interaction and collaboration among peoples. As the world becomes increasingly interconnected, the lessons learned from Bactria's past can enrich our understanding of how cultures evolve and influence one another. In essence, Bactria stands as a testament to the resilience and adaptability of human civilization. From its agricultural beginnings to its role as a thriving center of trade and culture, the story of Bactria is one of transcending boundaries and coming together. As we explore this fascinating civilization, we can draw inspiration from its legacy, recognizing that our world today is shaped by the interactions of diverse cultures that continue to evolve. So close your eyes and try to envision Bactria's vibrant streets, bustling markets, and the profound cultural exchanges that defined a place where civilizations met and flourished.